are now in the arena. Welcome to Gridiron, presented by Underdog. Woo-hoo. My name is Kinsey. I'm your host, and I love Mondays. We are fired up because so much has happened on the weekend that we're all talking on set before the show even starts. So let me introduce my guys. One of the most prolific figures in the history of sports media and the man who's never lost a debate, Skip Bayless.
Hello, Skip.
Super Bowl champion, 5-time Pro Bowler, and 2-time All-Pro cornerback, Aqib, Talib.
Yeah.
Rocking his Broncos every Monday. I like it.
I love Mondays, too. I just pull out a Broncos shirt.
It's easy. You don't even need to pick a fit. 4-time Pro Bowler and the man you want having your back at all times, Richie Incognito.
Hello, Richie.
And All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowl defensive tackles, one of the most disruptive D tackles of his generation, Gerald, McCoy.
Yeah.
So, I offer you congratulations for Saturday and condolences for Bo.
That's all good, baby. Hey, we a real team. We ain't got no Superman. We a real team.
Well, he looked like Superman Saturday.
Next man up, you know what I'm saying?
He out Superman on Saturday.
Great season, Bo. Great fucking season, Bo. We got you, though.
You should have seen him when he was walking in today. He was smiling.
Ear to ear.
Where's Skip?
Yeah.
Where is Skip? I was looking for Skip.
I'm right here. And I also want to congratulate you because Saturday night you delivered what became the victorious hype speech to your Broncos at their team hotel. How did it go?
It went great, man. I got that call directly from Sean. It was a fucking honor. He called me, said, I know it's last minute. I need a guy who these boys respect, a guy who gonna turn their ass up, man. I need you here. Sent me a jet, got my ass on the bird. Hey, it don't get no better, man. I delivered too, Skip. I got a lot of compliments on my phone.
What was the theme of it?
Well, I started off by telling them all the fucking good-ass teams I played for, right?
Okay.
Then I told them the best team I played for was the Super Bowl 50 team. Then I told them how similar they are to that team.
Yeah.
I went down through there every single way. I explained how they are very similar to that team, right? Then I went to what was going to win us the game, mentality. I told them the max effort plays and don't come out on no friendly shit. I gave them examples of teams that came out on friendly shit and didn't give max effort plays and lost. I gave them examples of situations I've been in where my teammates gave max effort plays and we ain't come out on no friendly shit and we won. So, you know, in a nutshell, that was it. It was about a 15-minute speech, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Leave.
We know you can talk, right?
They put that check in my pocket, so I had to make it worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go up there for no 2 minutes for the check that they put in my pocket.
Did you take my name in vain during the speech at all?
Nah. I left. Skip one in it. You know what I'm saying? I left him out of it, Skip.
He's like, by the way, Skip Bayless has been down here all year long.
I let Skip live. You know what I'm saying? I let Skip live. It was a good speech, though. It was a good speech.
It worked.
It worked. I got a lot of compliments. A lot of the young guys on my phone. Appreciate it.
Really?
Fuck up.
Good.
With the speech. And yeah, man, I thought it was.
I just want to say this. When it's a lot of storied players that walk through that building, champions, Hall of Famers, guys. For him to feel like I need to call Aqib Talib, it's a testament to you as a player, you as a leader, and if anybody ever had to wonder or question, like, let's look at his career, who he was, for Sean Payton to say, I need that guy.
That's right.
That's a testament to who you were, man. So
she gave me goosebumps.
I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it. She gave me goosebumps, man.
They could have called a lot. They could have called a lot of. He didn't coach Drew Brees. He didn't coach a lot of people.
Hell
but that's a testament to you. So
hey,
that's big time.
Proud of you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Oh, and he got another dinner.
And we got had to get the dub, Skip. I'm like, I can't go get this speech and we lose. We got to go get the dub.
You lucked into another dinner.
Another one.
Yeah.
What you call this, Skip? That voodoo luck?
Voodoo luck.
Voodoo luck. And Skip, I won't gloat too much. I was blinded by my Niners pick. I'm gonna be honest, because you know I love.
But you went 3 out of 4.
But I went 3 for 4. I feel pretty good about that.
You just lost the big one. That's all. You only lost the big one.
But you know, I'm going to talk about it later, but I'm proud of my boys. And I knew in my head this is going to be a daunting task.
It was over for them.
They went as far as they could go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that was good.
Yeah. At the end of the year, 31 teams are upset and sad, and only one person gets to go home happy.
Right.
And my boys gave it their best effort, and I will always ride for them.
Good
so we're
for
still
you.
happy. They get them healthy. Next year's going to be great. But let's get into the show, you guys. Here's what's happening today on Gridiron. Diving into each playoff divisional game and who is to blame. Taking a second look at some controversial game-changing calls this weekend and getting the guys' opinions. And breaking news on more coaching changes across the league. Let's get to that one first because the Bills have fired Sean McDermott. This man had 7 straight seasons of 10-plus wins, 8 out of 9 seasons with playoff appearances, and 5 straight division titles. But somehow it was Sean's fault that the GM didn't acquire good enough wide receivers and Josh Allen forced to be Superman. So, Richie, I need to know, did Sean McDermott deserve to be fired?
Man, I'm so torn over this. I got the news on my way here today, and a lot of thoughts, a lot of emotions running through my head. I got to Buffalo in 2009, and we were completely irrelevant. We were mired in dysfunction, couldn't do anything right. I left. I came back in 2015 under Rex Ryan, and it felt like we had a good thing going, right? There was still so much dysfunction from poor free agent signings and bad draft picks, but like we were getting over the hump. We had a really good offense. Defense was a mess. I was there for Sean McDermott's first year in 2017, and that's when the program changed for the better forever. He came in. We didn't have a great roster. We didn't have a great quarterback. We kind of had talent, scattered throughout, but he got us right, and he got us over the hump. He got us over the 18-year playoff drought and got us in there. So when I look at Sean, he's the architect of all of this.
How did you get along with Sean?
I got along great with Sean. I really liked Sean. I really respected Sean. I liked his process. I liked his line of thinking. He had a very clear line of communication to the team. He set expectations. I mean, everything about mindset and competing and all that stuff that you've seen over these years comes from Sean McDermott. But this is a results-driven business. And when you have crushing losses where your defense has given up the lead in the fourth quarter year after year after year after year, it's tough. Terry Pagula, ultimately, he writes the checks, he makes the calls, and he decided that it was time for Sean McDermott to go. And why I'm so torn is because now you're looking at Sean McDermott, Brandon Beane. Did Brandon Beane build this team up over the last several seasons to give Josh Allen success? And I would say no. They lack wide receivers. They lack defensive backs. We can get into it more, but that's where I kind of have an issue with this. Sean is the life force behind the program. He was hampered by a bad team. He was handcuffed by a really bad team this year, and that's ultimately what bit them in the
Like an injured team, right?
No, not injured. I think coming out of training camp,
No guys.
you look at the roster, and on offense, you have Josh Allen, of course, Superman. You have Deion Dawkins. You have James Cook. You have a couple other good offensive linemen. But outside, you have no talent. They signed Curtis Samuel and Joshua Palmer to come in and revive this wide receiver room. But we lost Stephon Diggs a couple years ago, and they had no plan. And they've had opportunities at the trade line year after year to make a move, and they didn't do it. I think 2 years ago they brought in Amari Cooper. That didn't work out. Rumor was this year that they had Jalen Waddle teed up, but Brandon Beane just didn't want to get rid of a first-round draft pick for him. Could you imagine Jalen Waddle with Josh Allen? Right? They're literally on offense. They're one guy here, one guy there away. And ultimately, you know what was Sean's undoing? It was the defense. He was calling plays on the defense. They did not address the back end on the corner, safety. They brought in a bunch of guys who were great players 3 or 4 years ago. Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer. And when you blow these fourth quarter leads, you can trace it right back to the secondary. Every year they're giving up big plays. They're missing tackles. So it's tough, man. I'm torn. I've talked to a lot of my boys in the locker room, and they're tore up too. They love Sean. I mean, when I tell you that guys really love Sean, they're tore up. I've talked to players in the locker room. I've talked to coaches. I've talked to everybody, and everybody's upset, and deservedly so.
So I think you're a no. He should not have been fired.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. If I'm the owner and I'm looking at it this year, I'm saying we didn't do enough to support Josh. We didn't do enough to address the defense. We didn't do enough to address all these holes on the roster. Our salary cap is a mess, and this team has gotten worse year over year over year. I have the stat, out of 58 draft picks since Josh Allen was drafted in the first round, only 2 have become Pro Bowlers.
So let me ask you this. Does Sean McDermott has zero to do with the roster? I can't imagine.
No.
Has nothing to do with the team he's putting together.
I would agree, but ultimately it's Brandon Beane. It's on Brandon Beane to bring him talent in season.
And Brandon Beane is
collaborative
keeping
effort.
his job. He's not
Brandon
fired.
Beane's getting a promotion.
Got a promotion.
Brandon Beane
It's
is
a
getting
collaborative
promotion.
effort. It's not just the GM fuck what the head coach say I want. It don't work like that. If you a Sean McDermott type of guy, you got your hand all in that fucking pot. This the team that you and Beane put together. Both of y'all put this whack ass roster together. Y'all did this shit together. Somebody got to fall on the sword. Hey, I feel like, man, if you a good coach, that's why you say y'all got him over the hump, but he got y'all to the hump. Y'all ain't necessarily get over the hump.
Right.
He got y'all to the hump. You know what I'm saying? You can't get to the chip. You can't get past the AFC chip.
Yeah.
Somebody got to go, bro. And if anybody got to go, it's the leader. The GM ain't the leader. He the guy who collabs with the head coach to put the team together. The head coach is the leader. The quarterback the leader. Josh Allen ain't going nowhere. So you got to go. It's simple as that, bro. It ain't rocket science to me, bro. We can't get over the hump with this guy.
So you're 100% in on firing Sean McDermott.
Got to fire him. Got to go. Unless you just want to be a good team forever. But nobody in the league is going for goodness. We going for greatness.
100%.
Guys want chips. And if you can't get us the chip, hey, Foxy was a good coach.
Yep.
Foxy was a great coach.
Right.
TJ can say right here and said it. He was a good coach. He had him right here. He couldn't get him over the hump. They fired him, brought in a new little crew, got us over the hump. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. Somebody got to do it. We're not looking for goodness in this league.
I just look at, like you said, with the roster they just had, regardless of what happened, there's a couple drop passes from being the AFC Championship.
Right.
That roster versus that team.
Right.
And they fired the head coach. So if you say it's collaborative, why is the GM still there?
Yeah.
Both of y'all got to go. Because Lieb, I'll give you some credit. So I talked about yesterday on the network about everybody keep talking about the offense, but nobody's addressing the defense and that they don't have guys. Lieb said it we had a topic like in week 3 or something, and we was like, it's going to be the same old Bills because defensively they don't have guys.
They've been middle of the pack.
They were no-fly zone, but we're not going to act like Von Miller wasn't on one side. And he's a Hall of Famer. DeMarcus Ware, Hall of Famer on the other side. Derek Wolfe was dope.
Yeah.
Malik Jackson got paid. He was in the middle. You got to have guys.
Tackles.
Yeah, you got to have guys all on the defense. Everything, like you said, has come down to Mahomes did it again. Mahomes did it again.
Yeah.
Mahomes did it again. And then Bo just did it.
Right.
They can't get stops on that end. Yes, they had the drops, but if we could get stops on that end, then this team will be a lot better. So if we are going to get the head coach out of here, and this is a collaborative effort, you don't give the GM a promotion. Both y'all got to go.
Is Sean McDermott an offensive or a defensive coach?
Defense.
Well, there we go. Look, you just said it. You're a defensive-minded coach, and we can't get stops on the defensive end.
So he can go. That's
Get your
fine.
ass on. You gotta go.
If he go, you got to go too, because you putting it all together.
Right.
So if he got to go, you got to get out too. You don't get a promotion. You don't fire the guy that you said is the leader, and you are supposed to be putting this team together. The offense, nothing. The defense ain't getting better. Both of y'all got to get out. You don't just get rid of one and give him a promotion. What has he done? What did he do?
Yeah, he got Josh Allen. He got Cook. The O-line and number one rushing team in the league. He put the O-line together. Maybe he collaborated. We don't really know
ain't no pieces.
We don't really know the all the way how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he picked the offense and he let McDermott, since you're the defensive-minded guy, you pick the defense. So we don't really know the gist of everything that goes on.
Okay, so we don't. But as a GM, let's say that did happen. I pick the offense, you pick the defense. Who had to make that decision? Him, right? I'm going to let you pick the defense. Bad decision.
Right.
No, he made it.
Yeah,
both of y'all get out.
Yeah.
He's still making bet. Get out.
On the talent side, they trusted all the wrong guys. They brought in old aging vets, gave them big contracts, put them in cap hell, which really kind of hamstringed them this year, putting a roster together. But I mean, it goes both ways. The general manager is supposed to support the team and bring the talent. The coach is supposed to coach the team up, get them focused in the right directions. 5 AFC East championships, going to the playoffs 8 out of 9 years. After coming out of 20 years of dysfunction, it's really tough to kind of evaluate both ways, but I can say this about playing in Buffalo. There is a force that permeates through that entire organization, and it goes back to the 90s. These guys playing in 2026 have to deal with the ghosts from the 90s, from the Buffalo Bills, making it to 4 Super Bowls, losing 4 Super Bowls, right? And then when I was there, all we heard about was the 18-year playoff drought. I was so sick of hearing about it because I wasn't here 2001 through 2010. I wasn't here all those years. This isn't on me, but that is the pressure that is in Buffalo on this team, and especially now that you have Josh Allen. You have your guy, and that's why I think the guys were so emotional after the game. They realized the chapter is shut on this season. They went from believing we're going to go win a championship to now, hey, we got to start all over again, and we got to climb all the way up there. How many opportunities do we really have?
Okay, I hear everything you have said about Sean McDermott, how much you liked him, and how solid he is as a football coach. But I'm with Aqib on this, and I think you're in the same boat. This owner is 74 years of age. He's a billionaire who struck it rich in oil and gas just the way Jerry Jones did, and he finally said, I've seen enough of close. Mm-hmm. I want to go win a Super Bowl before it's over, and he's never won with any of those Buffalo area teams that he owns except the lacrosse team, and he doesn't want a lacrosse championship. He wants a Super Bowl championship. And this is just me from the outside looking in at Sean McDermott. He is a really good, solid football coach he's like the best vanilla ice cream you have ever eaten. He is classic vanilla, but he's still vanilla. There's no hint of chocolate or strawberry or flair to him. There's no real charisma to him. I don't look at him on the sideline and think, damn, he's got this today. You know, he's going to be the reason. He's the driving force. And that owner is now having to look at a new coach in New England, their division rival, who is a superstar coach, or who has at least become a superstar coach before your very eyes, because he is now, Mike Vrabel, a media magnet. He is the driving force of the New England Patriots, who are now, we're about to talk about this, they're now strong favorites to get to, they're back in the Super Bowl again, and Terry Pagula has to say, they're doing it to me again. I got to at least try to change my luck. I got to change the scenery. I'm tired of good solid, because he is good solid, but I need to try for a home run. And I don't know what he thinks of Joe Brady, but I'm pretty sure Joe Brady was about to get another job. And I don't know. I'm thinking that he's looking at Joe Brady as a still kid boy wonder sort of coach, and he's thinking, I don't want to lose him. Maybe I should let him run the show. And he said, we need a change in our structure of leadership. And maybe he I don't know, I'm just guessing on this. I'm not, maybe you've heard something this morning, but
you
it
think
seems
he's
like,
going to be the head coach?
well, it just seems like he's just sitting, literally.
It seems like he right there, you just bring him up.
I heard that same quote too. We need to restructure
the leadership
on this team, right?
Okay.
And so what I could say about them, I think Joe Brady is a very strong option for them in-house. I think the team and
you don't need nothing in-house.
But he brought stability to Josh Allen, right? He simplified a lot of the schemes. He got the run game going. He made things very, very what he brings is stability. You have Josh Allen operating at a high level, and Gerald, you said this, it always comes down to the defense. It always comes down to a blown coverage. It always comes down to a missed tackle. So I think when they start the head coaching search, they start with Joe Brady. They look at him, see if he can lead this team and lead this offense to the next level. I think another name that's been really popular is Clint Kubiak. That's what I heard this morning from my Bill source. Keep your eyes on Clint Kubiak.
And something to think about is, Lieb said it, you said it, they need fresh, they need new. People forgetting. They about to build a whole new stadium.
Yeah.
They're literally they saying, okay, we got our guy for the future. We got the fan base. We gonna start this thing fresh. We gonna open this new stadium with a new coach and all. That's kind of where they headed. But if I'm the Las Vegas Raiders,
now you're talking.
I called Sean McDermott yesterday.
I'm
going to get Sean McDermott, and I said, hey, bring Brian Daboll with you. We got the first pick. Brian Daboll's offense is very complex. The quarterback, who everybody's saying going to be the first pick, is Mendoza. You need a smart quarterback. The dude is a business major. You need somebody that can handle all of this information to get it rolling. you might as well get the band back together. Get Sean McDermott into Vegas.
Yes.
Bring Brian Daboll with you. We're going to draft our quarterback. You got Bowers there. You got Genty there. You start building around, and then we get this thing rolling.
Yes.
By the way, Josh did like Brian Daboll when he was in Buffalo. Are you sure Brian Daboll won't be in this mix for head coaching with
He's
the
not a
Bills?
great head coach, but he's a really good play caller. He's not a great head coach.
I don't think he's in the mix for a head coaching job this cycle, just because how bad things ended with the Giants and they're just completely inept. I think he's a great coordinator. He's a great coordinator, and I was thinking that. I was texting with some Raiders people this morning. I was like, go talk to Sean McDermott now, because the stability we thought we were getting with Pete Carroll obviously wasn't there, and the winning and everything like that, it didn't come along. I will say this though, I was shocked about that, because in my eyes, I would have let Sean have another year just because of the roster. I talked to some Bills people this morning, and that was Terry's thought going into this year, that if they don't make it, Sean's out, we're rolling with Beam, and we're going to get this thing going. So I was shocked by it, but I could definitely see both sides of the argument.
Another guy being linked right now is Davis Webb from Broncos.
I love Davis Webb.
Yeah.
I think Davis Webb, he's in play for the Raiders too.
Yep.
Just a little too young, a little too green, right? I think if you're going to go with a Davis Webb or like this outside the box hire, just stick with Joe Brady. Just get Joe Brady, give him the head man, let him run his offense, and then go get a stud defensive coordinator that could get them reorganized.
Think about this. Josh Allen is still 29 years of age. So you want to talk about an opportunity for somebody. This is, wait. So all of a sudden, it's like Josh Allen's on the market, so to speak, as he's,
Oh, it's a coach's dream.
Come on.
I would be like, I'm going to Buffalo.
Yeah.
It don't need
Any
to be
coach right
nobody
now.
who's already there. You need a completely
You could change
new
your-
voices
Yeah, you
in the
could change
building, bro.
Yeah. So
it's the same-
here's a great stat about Josh Allen. He has now played the most. He now has the most playoff wins, 8, and most starts in the playoffs, 15, of any quarterback without a Super Bowl start in the Super Bowl era. So he's played the most playoff games with no Super Bowl in the history of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's what you're up against. But he's an automatic, 12, 13 wins a year for somebody.
Absolutely.
And then you just got to get them over the hump.
Yeah. I mean, this is the number one destination in the NFL right now.
It is.
And if Harbaugh hadn't inked that deal over the weekend, I think he's got all eyes on Buffalo. But Josh Allen will be 30 next year, and Josh Allen is Superman, and he runs around. But like, how many more opportunities are you going to get? It's just heartbreak year after year.
Yep.
After the 2021 season in the 22 playoffs, that's 13 seconds. Blew the fourth quarter lead to Kansas City. They go to overtime and lose. 2023 playoffs, blown out by Cincinnati at home in the snow up there. Then they blow a lead to Kansas City again, blow a lead to Kansas, a fourth quarter lead to Kansas City again, and then blow a fourth quarter lead to Denver.
Here's the point. On Saturday, if I switch coaches on Saturday, who wins the game? If I give Sean Buffalo's roster, who wins the game? I think Sean does, because he's just way better than McDermott.
Well, they're both Sean.
They don't play. Coaches don't play.
Yeah.
They set a tone, then players play. We got more guys than them. That's all.
I think you had
way
more.
more
We got
talent.
more guys than them. So
That's what I think is tough. Like when you look at the roster, the fact that the Bills even made it this far.
usually
When
how
I look at
football
that
goes.
roster,
Right. That's what I'm
a couple
saying.
plays.
They were lucky to make it this far. And
which I
get
think
into the
always goes
divisional.
down to the coaching, just like we did with the Niners. When you look at the roster, why did they get that far? Because of the coaching. When I look at the Buffalo Bills, I'm like, there isn't the big guys, but they made it there because of the coaching or because of Josh Allen.
Not a lot of blue chip guys, but Sean, that's what Sean does. He keeps the team focused on task, has them motivated. They just go out there and they blow it. I mean, you can see it coming. When that fumble happened right before the half, Denver goes down and gets a drive, they score.
But
Buffalo,
that's not McDermott, though.
take a knee. Okay, so
So McDermott should say right on the thing, if I'm the head coach, 16 seconds, boop, they kick it. What we doing right here? Well, we going to try to go, no, we ain't. Take a fucking knee.
Right.
Simple as that, bro.
Yeah. That's bad. Yeah.
It's leadership.
But that's how the Bills play. The Bills the last couple of years, they've been hot.
That's the point.
And they're not getting
That's
over the
why
hump.
he's
Yeah.
fired.
Right.
Because that's how they play.
Right.
If that's how my kids is running around, everywhere we go, my kids is just acting crazy and Lou getting out of body, whose fault is that? It's mine. That's my fault.
Okay.
And that okay AFC is getting better and better.
100%.
Getting better and better.
is getting better and better, and Josh Allen's getting older. And Josh Allen plays, he's Superman.
Okay,
He
but
plays
here's what killed that owner. They were obviously one play away in overtime, one controversial play away in overtime of getting back to New England, where they recently won a game by finishing on a 35-10 run against that New England team.
Yes.
So he's thinking, if we just get back there, we're better than they are. We showed them we're better than they are at their place a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No doubt, yeah. They would feel very good going into New England this weekend because they erased a 21-point deficit.
Yeah.
And they came roaring back to life. And it's a known quantity. It's a division matchup. I mean, I would love to see that matchup go down because I think the Bills have the advantage. But
All right, let's move on, though. So the chat is kind of split 50-50 if that was a good move by the Bills or not. So we're going to find out what happens in Buffalo coming up in the future. But I want to dive into last night's game because that was an absolute thriller. Caleb Williams has one of the wildest touchdown passes I've ever seen, and it forced overtime. We have to watch it. I have to put it on the screen because he completed this pass 27 yards back from the line of scrimmage.
yeah, this was insane. The rush had him.
Insane.
It was a disciplined rush. They got 3 guys on him.
Oh, my gosh.
Drops back, fading away, and
The
just
DB
drops
tripped out, though.
a
You
He threw up a
dime.
prayer,
Can't
man.
try to pick that ball off.
He's bugging.
This is a straight, stay connected, pass breakup.
Break the pass up, game over.
They
Can't
got
try
him.
to go pick that. He
What
saw the
you
ball,
doing?
misjudged it, try to go pick something.
Yeah.
Can't do that, bro.
That-
He pushing you pull him, you just stay connected and break that up, bro. You tripping.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah,
That
Caleb
was
has
truly
flashes
unbelievable.
like that. I mean, it's just insane. But he also did throw a career-high 3 interceptions this game.
Yep.
The interception in overtime, I do want to take a second look at because DJ Moore might have completely stopped on his route. A lot of fans are up in arms about this one,
Yeah.
so I want to get your opinion on this.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like DJ Moore gave up on it. I think it was just a miscommunication. Caleb was saying that he expected him to flatten that thing out and get closer to that
at
ball,
where he
and
threw
DJ keeps taking it high.
But see the DB, if the DB come like this, he gonna take it high.
Yeah.
If the DB stay back, he gonna take it. So the DB kind of just ran in that spot. He kind of was seeing like, am I gonna take it high? Am I gonna take it low? And by the time he looked, the ball was already there.
Yeah.
So
it's on Caleb.
fucking right.
Yeah, that's
All
okay.
right. Don't throw the
Look at
ball.
where he-
Yeah.
You don't throw that. Look at where he threw it. Even if he, regardless of whether if DJ cut it underneath or went up top, look at where Caleb, he threw it way over here.
The best
He
out,
ain't
yeah.
getting to that.
If
I don't care if he
DJ
run at full
Caleb.
speed.
If DJ got on humped it over there, the best thing he could do was break up that
Break
pass.
up.
There was no
All
way he was
DJ
catching
could
that.
do is make sure it wasn't a pick.
Yes.
That's just,
He just broke
that ain't
thing
on
out.
DJ.
It was a bad throw.
man.
That was covered. It was a bad idea. It
was a bad
and it was a
idea.
bad throw on top of a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's like,
And it's what I've been saying about Caleb. As much as I love him, he's better on the impossible throws than the routine ones. Because he'll have 3 or 4 a game where you're like, well, man, what are you doing?
Right.
And on that play, he had his best protection of the night. He still could be standing back there. And Odunze ran the clear out deep post, and they didn't take him. He just broke completely free. And if Caleb tried to go to Burden, it was his primary, and then he came off to DJ on the deep over. And Odunze is gone. And if he just took one more second and a third look, and he's got the arm, I swear it's a touchdown. I swear.
well, even that, the problem with it is it was second down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
All
no
you gotta
reason
do-
to try
There's no reason
anything.
to do that.
Just run.
I do
It's
want
like,
to.
thank you.
Yeah.
We talk about him being, I believe he's the best escape artist in the league. We keep talking about his ability to run. That was a big part of yesterday.
Yeah.
Use your legs.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Young QB mistake.
Caleb did have something to say about it, so I want to listen to what he had to say about the interception.
Yeah, gotta go back and watch it. Obviously, I haven't seen it and don't really know. But from in the moment, saw the front side safety down, the front side of the concept. Ended up getting hemmed up a little bit, and so moved on and had DJ going over top over all of it. Just a miscommunication between him and I. Tried to flatten him off under the safety, and he kept it vertical from what I saw on obviously in the moment.
So miscommunication. Was he supposed to flatten out before the safety?
It's
That's
not
no.
It's football. It ain't he's supposed to do this. He supposed to. Bro, if that safety break down here, he gonna go up high.
Okay.
You gotta
If that
go.
safety stay back, he gonna come low. The safety kind of slow played it, kind of in between.
He did.
So he made DJ slow play it in between.
Yep.
Therefore, you just don't throw that ball.
Yeah. Once you
Yeah.
do this and you go like this, you're like, oh, that ain't there. And you go on. You
Like, he ain't do neither one of them. He ain't go back. He ain't go forward. He slow played it. Get off of it.
Stafford's not throwing that ball.
At all.
Yeah.
Heck no.
All right, so all the boys are in agreement that was on Caleb. So, Skip, I need to know how much blame does Caleb deserve for the Bears' loss?
Again, I love Caleb, but he deserves most of the blame for the loss. And yet, that throw he made to force overtime, he was the reason they got to this game, and then he was the reason they got to overtime. And yet, that throw that he made, the play that he made to force overtime, I don't think there's any other human alive who could make that play. You could argue Mahomes used to be able to. I don't see it now. Maybe Josh Allen could make that play, but I don't know. And yet, it's the classic no, yes play
Right.
where it's what Ben Johnson tried to get out of, to coach out of him this year. It's wrong, and he made it work just because he's such a sensational athlete with such a huge arm. He's a nuclear weapon. He's it. He's got it. That was an it play. That showed you that could be the guy who ultimately becomes the best in the league, but he's got a long way to go. So he pulls off, it was a 14-yard play that he turned into a 50-yard pass. It's impossible, and it was, for me, because I picked the Bears. I think you were on the Bears.
Those Rams.
Are you on the Rams on this one? But you had the Bears
to win the
division.
Yes.
Okay, and they did. Way to go. And yet, for me, this was all-time elation, deflation because of what was about to happen in overtime. But the first interception was just a horrible play, and I know he got hit in the face, and it should have been called. And that came after Odunze had dropped a ball at the goal line that he should have caught that could have set a different tone in the game. But the second interception, Kobe Durant fell off. He just didn't see him, and it's another bad idea throw. It's another immature quarterback throw in a big game. You can't do it. You can't do that. And ultimately, if you throw it to them 3 times and Stafford throws to you no times, you're going to lose the game.
Simple as that.
It's as simple as that. And yet, they had another play that they had 4th and goal at the 2-yard line with 3 minutes to go, and it's still 17-10, but it could have changed the whole fate of the game if you make the throw and make the play. And I don't know what he was doing. He tried to force it to Burden at the goal line, and there are like 3 Rams in the way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have a prayer of getting through. And I don't know what he saw or didn't see, but I saw too much routine failure as opposed to great playmaking. And he got him there, and he was the reason they lost. And I'm glad we all talked about that interception in overtime, because you just can't throw that. You're on the move. Your defense held them.
Right.
I don't love winning the toss in overtime and kicking. I just don't love it. But because with Caleb on fire, he just made the play. I just say, give him the ball again. Let him go see if he can go score again. But they did, and they got away with it because they held him to a 3-and-out, and they got the ball back, and they start moving the football. And to your point, it's only 2nd and 8 at their 48, and you're good, man. You got this.
Yes.
So just don't throw it to them. And look, Cam Curl made a sensational catch on the ball. It was really good. That was a wide receiver catch. It was a big time catch of the football. But that's what the Rams made those plays, and it's why they're going to Seattle. And so, I love Caleb, but he's still got a ways to go.
Yeah.
And I think he'll learn a lot from this tape of this game if he'll go back and watch it.
I get Caleb a nice portion
Of the blame.
loss. Yeah, of the blame, because you was sipping that Kool-Aid last week. I told you. You sip that fucking Kool-Aid,
Yep.
shit gonna start going left for you. You know what I'm saying? So all 3 picks was his fault. If you ask me, Skip just talked about him. It was all his fault. You throw 3 picks in a regular season game, you probably gonna lose. You throw 3 picks in a playoff game,
You're definitely
gonna
gonna
fucking lose
you're
that game.
gonna lose.
But the other portion, the other 50%, I put it on Ben Johnson.
Thank you.
Because Ben, bro, you going against a well-coached veteran team, and you leaving points on the board. You too aggressive.
Yeah, he's
You left
very
9
aggressive.
points on the board. One of them an overthrow interception. One of them a pass breakup, and one of them a run. Like, bro, take your field goals. It's a blizzard outside.
Yeah.
Take your points. You lose by 3 points, and you left 9 points on the board. Hey, Caleb ain't never been in that situation. Ben Johnson ain't never been in that situation as a head coach. They fucking up. That's why I say last week on this couch, I'm going with the experience, because Sean ain't doing that dumb shit. He taking his points and he winning games. You know what I'm saying? So the experience gonna win.
And I'm with you on that. Like, Caleb did his part, but Ben Johnson. And I started thinking, the more I watch Ben Johnson, you know, you bring in guys and y'all have coaches meetings and stuff, and we gave Dan Campbell, like, he's aggressive, he going for it on 4th down. I start to wonder if that was something him and Ben Johnson collabed on, because they was together all that time. Ben Johnson stayed going for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
Live and die by
You don't need to.
Yeah.
You threw the first pick, 4th down. What are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Right.
Take your points.
Get your
If he
points.
takes that, they go into halftime, it's 13-10.
Yeah.
Okay, then we come down, like Lieb said, you in the red zone. First off, what we doing? 3 straight runs? Like, you didn't put the ball in Caleb's hands not once except the 4th down.
Not one
And you
time.
throw that stupid pass, that's your call. If you take the points there, if you had taken the points in the first half, it's 16-17. Now when you come down, you don't need a touchdown. You just need a field goal. Like that, leaving points on the board.
Can't do it.
It can completely change how you have to call this game. Like what? And then you have a weapon in Caleb Williams. Draw up some stuff for him. It's freezing cold. We didn't all play these cold games, especially as a defensive lineman. I'm telling you, by the 4th quarter, you tired of playing the run. It's freezing cold. You like, this is a West Coast team coming to your house. You can run the ball the way you can, but what helps that is you add in your quarterback who can also do it. Do a couple zone reads, some quick runs, or tell them, hey, if it ain't there, use your legs. Get a couple extra yards, slide. Caleb just he ain't there yet. He not there yet.
No.
So Caleb did throw these picks, but it was head coaching too. He just, and Sean McVay said, I didn't even coach that great tonight, but he still out-coached Ben Johnson.
He didn't do no dumb shit.
You know, like,
He
so
punted.
it was Caleb did a lot, but like Lieb said, man, I got to give Ben Johnson some.
And by the way, on Ben Johnson, a couple of those 4th down run calls, they're just plain vanilla.
Hey, what are you doing?
They're
Yeah,
like,
but
come on.
they-
Well, he just
But they
said
didn't.
they kept
They
playing right.
number 2 rushing team in the league with them same runs. The Rams just stopped them motherfuckers.
But I'm saying,
hit
Lieb,
gaps, they
if
stopped
he's
them.
that creative, you know they doing that, so do something off of it.
Well, I don't got no
Flash and
problem
roll
with the
back
3 straight
around and-
runs.
No,
Because-
but they're not clever. They're not creative.
Yeah, there
they're
was
not,
nothing creative.
But I mean, clever, creative. Mondo, it's playoff fucking football.
I
We need 2 yards.
Yeah.
We the number 2 rushing defense in the league. Do you want you an O-lineman? You want creative and smoke and mirrors, or you want some smash mouth shit? Let's knock these motherfuckers off the
let's
ball.
smash
Get 2
Okay,
yards.
what did Sean do on his 4th down? He had Pook on whatever you want to call it, a jet sweep
Right.
in the
Yeah, yeah,
round,
yeah.
right?
And I get that.
All right.
We the number 2 rushing team in the league, right? I run this bitch 3 times. Y'all know what it is. Stop us. And if y'all do stop us, all right, I'm taking my field goal.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, just take your field goal. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to set the tone.
Who do you have to blame on?
I put the fair share on Caleb Williams. You know, he's a major reason why they got there, and he's a major reason why they went to overtime, right? One thing he needs to work on is consistency. You know, consistency, they have droughts in the middle of these games where he's just not making the routine plays, and it comes down to the 4th quarter, and he puts his Superman cape on, and he's running around all over the place, throwing guys open. A little bit goes on Ben Johnson. I think if you're going to stay aggressive, if you're going to go for it on 4th down all season, fuck it. Let's ride in the playoffs. Keep going for those things. That was the deciding factor in this. They couldn't convert on 3rd down. They couldn't convert on those 4th down plays, and they didn't take their points. And I think that has been the storyline throughout the entire playoffs is when you get down there, smart veteran coaches take those points.
For real.
Yeah.
But I'm really, really happy with the Chicago Bears because I have a lot of I have a lot of friends that are Chicago Bears fans, and I've been telling them, you're in good hands with Pace. Ben Johnson was the right hire. Caleb's going to be the guy. So the Bears are going to be very good for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Ben Johnson's super creative. They got to get some help on defense, get some bodies over there. I think the offensive line is great up front, bring in some reinforcements, and then we got to get Caleb to play consistently for 3 quarters so that he can get to the fourth quarter and just go alien mode and just go make all those crazy throws. Because that throw he made yesterday, I thought he was dead to rights. I saw those 3 guys. They got a nice contained rush on him. There was a couple times that the rush broke down and they lost contain on him and he made him pay. But that throw falling backwards dot to the corner of the end zone, that you could build off that. You could win a lot of games off that.
They got to get some D linemen too.
Yes.
Like they had 4 sacks yesterday. That's the most they had all season.
Yes.
In a game.
Yeah.
Or
they need
you
to
talk
pick
about
up
the
the
Broncos.
defense.
You talk about
you
talk about the, that's what, you talk about the Broncos and the Texans and the Seahawks and all that. They guys up front, they getting after the quarterback. So they took the ball away. Imagine how much more they took the ball away if they had some pass rush up.
Yeah, they got big bodies in there. They got Billings and they got Grady Jarrett and they got some big boys up front. They got to get some fast twitch guys. They got to get some guys coming off the edge, and they got a couple guys coming on. But yeah, you got to crank up that pass rush. You got to get that pass rush going. And what helps the pass rush? Good coverage on the back end.
All right, the boys are putting the blame on Caleb and also Ben Johnson. But I want to look at the other side of the ball because, yes, the Rams came away with the win. But I have to admit, I was extremely underwhelmed with MVP candidate Matt Stafford's performance yesterday. He threw no touchdowns and had a career playoff worst QBR of a 32.
Yep.
So, Skip, give the MVP Matt Stafford a letter grade.
It's funny. Weirdest Matt Stafford game ever. If this had been played indoors and the Rams had lost, I would give him a straight F for this game. But it was outdoors. He'd never played in an outdoors game below 30 degrees. Something looked like was still bothering him with his finger on his throwing hand. And they won because he didn't turn the football over. So I'm going to give him a B instead of an F. I'm going to give him a B, even though I think it was the ESPN stats had him for 11 off-target throws, most he's ever had as a Ram. And I'm looking at 20 of 42. It's below 50% for 258, which is not bad, but 0 touchdowns, and now the key stat, 0 interceptions, and he fumbled it twice and got, this is what turns these playoff games. His guys fell on both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would be having a different conversation.
I know. We would. If they recover.
Got to go your way sometimes.
It's just got, sometimes it's just how that oblong ball hits on its nose and bounces left or right. We're about to get to what happened to the Texans at Patriots. They had 2 that they should have recovered, and they didn't. And it turned the game in favor of the home team. And here we win again on this game. Matt Stafford got stripped of the football twice, and they didn't lose the fumble. So he did go down 4 times. He played kind of a blah for the MVP.
Yeah.
You know, he played kind of a blah football game, and his coach took the bullet for him and said, "I called a bad game." No, you won. That's all that mattered because you didn't turn the football over. And at this time of year, that's all that ever in the end matters. 0 turnovers.
Yep.
That's how you win these games.
Yeah.
So I look at it, man. He went to Chicago. It's freezing cold. His finger banged up. He protected the ball versus all them crazy ass blitzes they doing. Blitzes.
Yeah.
They just been doing for the last 2 games. They ain't played like this all year. They blitzing the shit out of him. It's the team who take the ball away the most. He protected the ball. You know what I'm saying? Fell on one of his own fumbles. His teammate fell on one.
Yeah.
Man, his 4 scoring drives, he had 20 completions. All them 20 completions came on them 4 scoring drives. His 4 scoring drives, he was immaculate. 15-yard pass, 20-yard pass, 7-yard, like he completing everything in the 4 scoring drives.
Yeah.
So on those 4 scoring drives, he looked like the fucking MVP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, call it what you want, man. It's a 5-hour flight. Everything's against you. You're a Cali team on the East Coast in the blizzard. You come away with a dub like that, man. Overtime drive, bucket. Shit, I'll give him an A, bro. You showing us why you the MVP. I give you an A. Just flat out the reason. He knew what he was going to do when he put together drives. They scored. You know what I'm saying? And shit, that's what it take on the road, bro. That's what it take, man. I'm giving him an A.
An A.
I'm going to lump in his 2 playoff starts together, Panthers and Bears. I'm going to give him a C for the better part of 4 quarters. But what really showed his MVP medal is when they needed a drive to go win in Carolina, there was no stress. It was calm, cool, collected, went right down, got the score. They needed to go get a score in Chicago.
There was some stress there because he did throw what was almost a pick,
and Puka broke it up. Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah. But Same thing with Chicago. They need to go score some points. It's been up and down. It's been choppy. The young quarterback's going to press and turn the thing over with Caleb.
Yep.
Stafford knows I got my playmakers, get the ball into the playmakers' hands.
Yep.
They called a pretty good game. I think the deciding factor last night was the run game. The Rams' run game on first down it keeps defenses honest. I think it went for like 111 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
But it keeps teams honest. It opens up the play action game. It opens up so much there. And I think that McVay is just so creative. You see, and Kyron Williams is really good at running what they're doing. They're running a duo scheme where it's man front side, and they got 2 double teams on the front side, and you're basically just letting Kyron Williams pick a lane, and Kyron hits it downhill hard off that double team. And those runs that start 4 yards, 6 yards, those things start turning into 8 and 10.
I agree.
So I think the team did a really good job supporting Matthew Stafford up to that point, and then Stafford, MVP, calm, cool, collected, go down, get a score, get out of that crappy weather with a win.
And
I feel like the determining factor was Stafford picking up this blitz. I mean, they started blitzing, boom, hot route to he got out of there. Another time, game-winning drive. Oh, you blitz again, hot route to Puka.
He did.
Like, bro, he started being a real MVP.
He did.
Y'all gonna keep running the same shit? Okay, bet. Watch this shit. Start, man, hitting their ass on these hot routes. That was the determining factor.
In the throw to Devontae in the game.
Yeah, that's how I just wanted to say the separation was, which I gave him a C. It's still Matthew Stafford.
You still ended at a C. You said overall 4 quarters.
I'm gonna say C for a while, and then game-winning drives A. No. The game-winning drives, I'm giving him an A. I'm giving him a dual score.
So you rounding that to a B? I'm confused.
He still passed.
Okay, no, I like that. I'm around.
He's gonna round the grade
his ass
to B.
on punishment. Give me the phone, give me the PlayStation. We don't bring home C's, bro.
Yeah.
You damn near failed.
You know why you don't bring home a C? Is because you're an A student.
Because you was close to failing. That's what a C stands for. Close to failing.
C is
passing. He was.
C stands for close to failing.
He was. If Caleb don't throw that stupid pass, they was about to lose.
Caleb threw a stupid pass. You roll back 40 yards and throw some shit. That's a stupid pass. Lead will never let that shit get caught, bro. That's a dumb pass.
I understand,
right there.
and I agree.
It's a prayer.
But like you said, it's like we'll get there. A couple drop passes from Buffalo, and we having a different story. But he did throw it up, and he did not play it, and he did catch it. They went in overtime. They went down, got stopped. The Bears had the game in their hands, and they tricked it off. But you know what Matthew Stafford did? The separation was, like Lieb said, seeing them blitzes. They see the corner blitz, whatever, drop it here.
Yeah.
To me, where Matthew Stafford showed a difference in him and Caleb. Caleb's throws, what he did, and that one throw to Devontae on that sideline. That's a Matthew Stafford throw right there. That play right there, and just like Caleb, second down, Skip.
Yeah.
It was second down Matthew Stafford made that throw. He said, you know what? I got one-on-one here. I know I can make that. I'm putting it right where only he can get it. I know my weapon. This is Tay. He put it right in his hands. Tay made a play. The only thing I would ask is, which I was okay with, them taking the shots, is the 2 people he took the shots to at the end. When he tried to just go end it instead of getting the field goal, it's like, you got Puka and Tay.
Yeah.
Why you throwing it to these 2?
I mean, y'all gotta see. Parkinson ended them last week with a dog ass catch.
Sometimes you gotta spread the ball around.
Inches away from that being another dog ass touchdown catch. We don't even got to kick the field goal. So he going with the matchups.
Yeah.
The matchup. The Bears going double Puka. They going double Devontae. Oh, so y'all gonna leave CJ by himself and Parkinson by himself? CJ Gardner-Johnson on 4 by himself. And Parkinson by himself, shit, I'm going with the matchups.
Yeah.
And I was okay with the calls. Because you see where he was putting the football. He was putting it. It's right there. He just, they just broke it up. I was okay with it. I was okay with it, but they won the game. So
C, you ended at a B, right?
I ended at a B.
Okay, yeah, he merged his answer. He got a B.
Don't give him
A, B,
like,
C.
bro,
We're spread on the couch.
That's
Skip,
crazy.
who you done with?
Who am I double?
Skip gave a B.
Yeah, because he got a A, B, C.
Skip gave
Oh, you got a B. That's right.
yeah, he gave it a B.
Okay, cool. So, but here's the thing, you guys. Looking at that Seattle's defense is going to be a little bit different for the Rams this weekend. It's a little different than the Bears' defense. So the division rivals are going head-to-head for the NFC Championship. And their last 2 meetings during the regular season, the Rams and the Seahawks were separated by 1 point and 1 single yard. So they're going to split this. They split the season. So it's going to be a battle. And I haven't decided who I'm going with on this one. So, Skip, I need to know who has the edge in this NFC Championship game, Rams or Seahawks?
Let's see. Matt Stafford, Sam Darnold, Matt Stafford,
we know
Sam
which way
Darnold.
you're going.
Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams. Give me the MVP. Give me the guy we just talked about, made all the right decisions, right throws against the blitz. Again, you brought up that 3rd and 6. They're at the 43. It's a hot route to Puka, but you better make it. You better make a good throw, and he better catch it, and he better run after catch, because that was the play of the game. If you misfire on that one, they're going to get the ball back, because I'm pretty sure you're going to have to punt it. All right. So I watched carefully these 2 games that they played, and the Rams had commanding leads in both games. The one at home, just because of Sam's 4, or as I call him, Sam Darnold's 4 interceptions at SoFi, it wound up 20-19, and weirdly, Seattle had a 60-yard field goal to win it that was just short, but they crept back into it after the Rams had a commanding lead. And then up at Seattle was that a Monday night game, the Rams were up 30-14 and blew it. And they lost 38-37 in overtime. I don't think they'll do that this time. I don't think they'll blow it this time. And listen, Seattle is really, really good in every phase and every way. And Shaheed's given them incredible burst and pop and electricity on special teams returns. He doesn't catch any balls. I don't know what's happening. They don't feature him at all in the offense. He's been actually a bust as a receiver, but he gives them a difference maker as a returner. So I give you all that. But give me Sean McVay over Mike McDonald in this game at this point, even in that stadium. Division rivals, I was impressed with the way the Rams did everything. They took care of business on the road at Chicago in a hard game to win, in a hard place to win, in freezing cold, high wind game. So I just on Sam Darnold and that play calling head coach, I would give the edge to the Rams.
Ooh.
Now, go ahead, Richie.
I've been riding with the Rams all year. I love McVay. I love what they do. Puka is a beast. He's definitely in the MVP conversation, not to win it. Obviously, it's Stafford award, but what Puka has done this year, it's made Stafford's case for MVP. I've been riding with him, but I think the Seahawks, I think it's going to go down just like the 49ers went in there. It's the end of the line. They've been on the road 2 weeks. They went all the way to Carolina. They went all the way to Chicago, played in a cold weather game. That's tough. That's a lot on the system. Now they got to come all the way back out west, go to their division rivals, and I think the Seahawks are rolling. They got special teams rolling, defense is rolling. They just need Sam Darnold, to not turn the ball over.
And he's been pretty good at not turning it over lately.
Good. Yeah, they got the run game going.
They versus the Rams.
They finally got the run game going.
The Rams are kind of
hand that thing off to Kenneth Walker and let that defense eat. I think it's the end of the line for the Rams. I've been picking them all season, but I think that their season dies up in Seattle this weekend.
So Sam Darnold is going to the Super Bowl.
You were just on Sam Darnold's high horse last week, Skip.
Yeah.
I got Seahawks winning it. I think Sam Darnold's going to win it with the Seahawks.
We're going to win it.
Win it all.
Yes.
That's what Richie
Win it all.
Hey, the edge, the question is who has the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks have the edge.
Okay.
Who I think is going to win? The Rams are going to win the game. The edge, I'll say, because they have the momentum. They feeling good about themselves. They just beat the 49ers. They had these 2 close games, and then we just blew the 49ers out. Man, listen, they was already destroying Brock Purdy in the first 2 games. They was destroying them. And then you look at the offense that the 49ers had. That 4th down told me all I needed to know about the desperation of Kyle Shanahan. That dude ran a play we would have seen in the 80s. He ran a jet sweep to the boundary with a fullback. Like he tried to run something we would have seen, like this wing tee. Like they don't have nothing. They had nothing. So we talk about Sam Darnold. How many turnovers? 20. 6 picks came from the Rams. So like they know how to play him. I'm only giving them the edge because they feeling good, riding high, and the Rams offense it's been shaky for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, shaky.
Week 1 of the playoffs, and then last week it was a little but experience, man. They've been here. They know how to win these games. So it's like you have your betting favorite or whatever, like the edge. That don't mean you're going to win the game. I still got the Rams winning the game. But the question is, who has the edge?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the Seahawks, but they ain't going to win. I like the Rams.
Both defenses coming off great games. The Rams got a 3 turnover. They stopping boys in the red zone. on the road don't get much better than that. And we saw what Seattle did. Split in the regular season, they 1-1. Super evenly matched to me, you know what I'm saying? But I think the edge go to the most experienced team.
Yeah.
This would be Sam Darnold's biggest game he ever played in his life.
Absolutely.
This would be McDonald. What's the coach name? Head coach?
Mike McDonald.
Mike McDonald. This would be, I'm bad with names, Kinsey.
Yeah, you are.
This would be McDonald's biggest game he ever played in his life.
doubt.
This would be Sean McVay. Shit. He 2-0 in conference championships with a Super Bowl. Stafford, he 1-0 in conference championships with a Super Bowl. Like, they've been here before, man. They know how to handle these situations. They don't gotta fly to the fucking East Coast this week. You say that's a bad thing. That's a fucking great thing. They sleep great. They got a 45-minute flight or whatever it is, real quick. You know what I'm saying? They can drive the Benzes up there if they want it. You know what I'm saying?
It's farther than 45 minutes.
It's like an hour and an hour and 45
it's super
minutes.
close. You know, I got to put a little extra on this skit. You know?
Yeah, all right.
So the chat can really get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's a very short trip right up to Seattle. That ain't shit. So experience is going to win these games. I'm telling you. Hey, you ain't been in these games before, you seem to press. You know what I'm saying? You just seem to press. Like Caleb did a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But I'm telling you, experience is going to win this game. Experience team is the team who got the edge. I could care less about the stats and what you did. And Seattle is on an 8-game win streak. So what that mean, Richie?
You don't like them win streaks. You don't like that win
Richie?
streaks.
They on an 8-game win streak. What that mean? They got to win 10 games straight to win the chip? See when the last time somebody done that. Probably was the Chiefs.
Yeah, probably.
I'm telling you, shit don't happen, man.
Yeah.
Win streaks is for the birds.
I know. I had the Rams winning the Super Bowl. I've had that for weeks and weeks now, but I got to take my hat off to the Seahawks. Obviously, they just beat our ass, and it was bad. But so I don't know. I think Sam Darnold did what we've always said that he couldn't do. He's learned to protect the football and rely on his defense, and it's been working for them. They ran the ball down our throat. Kenneth Walker's been on fire. He had 3 touchdowns yesterday. So this one I'm a little torn. I still think I'm going to go with the Rams because I've been with them for weeks, and also I think the experience. But this one I'm pretty torn. Hats off to the Seahawks. I know I was talking mad shit to you guys for weeks, so I got to give it to you this time. But I do have a question for you, Gerald, because are the Seahawks really that good, or did they just show us how decimated the Niners were?
I think it's a little both. They are good, but the 49ers just was beat up. Like you can only get by so far. That's why a lot of people believe Kyle Shanahan is the coach of the year, because of what he was able to do with this roster. He was able to plug and play. Get guys and put them in a great scheme, put them in a great system. Like what he did against Philly. Like this week, he had an opportunity to plan for Kittle not being in the lineup. When Philly, that was a shock to everybody. Oh, shoot, we lost Kittle. That was so what? He figured it out in the moment. That's great coaching. So he figured out how to get here. But at some point, you run out of guys. You just run out of, and when they returned that kick to open the game, it was like, And if you look at Shanahan's teams, just look at the history of Shanahan's offenses. He's never had offenses that were built to play from behind, especially without weapons. You got to have that guy that can bring you back when you're playing from behind. So when they got down, that was pretty much it, man. CMC can only do so much. That D-line is roaring up. You know, like they are good, but what we just seen versus the 49ers, I don't think they're that good.
Okay.
I just think the 49ers they didn't have nothing.
Yeah, we finally
like at some point, you just don't have the guys to keep up.
That is
and
correct.
I believe that's what we seen. I don't think it was like, oh, shoot, man, the 49ers, they go, like, I didn't see that and say, oh, yeah, they can beat the Broncos. They can beat they just beat the 49ers. He ran a speed option to the boundary with a fullback. That's how creative he's having to get just to try and create something. I'm trying to think of something, anything. That's how decimated they were. So the Seahawks are good, but they're not as good as what we just seen.
But that defense, and if C.J. Stroud would have just did what Sam Darnold did, we'd be having a different conversation about
put
them.
up buckets on that defense in that place.
True.
So we not like when he left the field. We're forgetting when he left the field on that Thursday night game. He had scored. They had the lead. So he did what he was supposed to do. So what he had 36? He put up 36 on that defense.
Yeah.
So like I understand that defense is good, but you know.
I'm riding the hot hand. I like what the Seahawks are doing. I think they got the momentum. Defense, special teams. The Rams' offense falters a little bit up there. This team can take off on you very fast. And it's been an evenly matched deal. So for the 49ers, you can lump in the Houston Texans. You can lump in the San Diego Chargers. They overachieved. They got into the playoffs. And then they got into the playoffs and their flaws got exposed. San Francisco has been banged up. They're beat up. Seahawks came out. Skip, you're right. They returned that kick for a touchdown, and that's it. You know, San Francisco is built to run the ball, play action, get your shots. They're not going to get in a boat race with anybody. So I think the Seahawks are, that good, and it was just the end of the line for the 49ers. Injuries, they overcame so much all year. They overachieved, and that's exactly what's going to happen to the Rams. The Rams are more experienced. The Rams are good. They're coming off 2 back-to-back East Coast trips, and I think it's the end of the line just like the 49ers.
Before you go, I think that opening kick, you finally got to see what me and Richie was saying about if that stadium gets going.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There you go.
The heck out of it. It was just
like
the whole time.
detonation.
Then that D-line, when they kept getting after the quarterback, it kept the electricity
That is
going.
it.
So,
Yeah. What you got?
The Seahawks is a good team, man. They 8-game win streak, all that defense going crazy. Sam Darnold, he played a solid game. I mean, he had to do much. They ran the ball super good. They running the ball super good. So they are a good team. You can't say that they just beat the Niners because the Hoosiers had all them energy. They like the Indiana Hoosiers. Like with all them injuries, they probably could match up with the Hoosiers for real. They like that caliber of team without their stars. You know what I'm saying? But it's still the National Football League. It's still Shanahan, and they whooped on them, man. So I think they're a good team, man. But the Rams are a good team, too. The Broncos are a good team. The Patriots are a good team. All the remaining teams are good teams. So I wouldn't just put it on the Niners and just say they only beat them because that's the Niners. Nah, hell nah. Seattle is a really, really good football team who playing really, really good football right now.
All right, but I still think 41-6 is a little overrated and overhyped at this point because you just didn't have enough horses against a team that is your kryptonite matchup.
And we just crumbled.
Because they just take Christian McCaffrey away from you every time, all 3 games. If you look at his total cumulative production against the Seattle Seahawks for 3 games this year, he averaged 41 rush yards a game. 3.1 yards per attempt. It's not good enough. You're not going to win that. You were lucky to win the first game on a walk-off touchdown pass by Brock before he hurt his foot. And then Christian in the 3 games averaged 48 yards catching. Well, it's just not enough. You need him to be over 100 or he's your driving force. He's all you got because you don't have a great run game the way you used to with 5 different backs going everywhere. Right. And speaking of running the ball, I told you they rushed, Seattle did, for 180 at your place for the 1 seed game, and then they go for 175 on Saturday night. 175?
So Skip, so you say they rushed for 175.
Yeah.
They shut CMC down.
Yeah.
That ain't a good team.
Okay, but here's the point. Sam Darnold completed 12 balls on Saturday night. That's all they needed from him were 12 completions for a grand total of 124 yards. If you told me that before the game, I might have said San Francisco might win it until you say he had no turnovers, no interceptions.
That's all you need. When you have that good of a defense, protect the football as the quarterback.
Don't forget, we just said he rushed the ball for 175 yards.
Yeah. Okay, but the leading
win that game regardless.
The 49ers' leading rusher on Saturday night was your quarterback, 5 for 37 yards. Okay, you're going to lose. And I don't.
Us down.
Okay, but if you take away Kittle, and then you come into the game and you start losing guys on top of there's no Ayuk obviously, and there's no Bosa, and there's no Fred Warner. It's just you just don't have enough horses when they detonate the crowd on the opening kickoff. You are cooked, man. You're going nowhere, and it's going to get ugly and kind of crazy lopsided, like misleadingly lopsided.
It got ugly.
It did. It got real ugly, real fast. It's the only playoff game we've had so far that just got completely out of hand. Right?
Unfortunately. Thanks, Skip, for reminding me.
Yeah, that was rough.
All right, guys. I wanted to say thanks to Edmunds for sponsoring the show. Selling your car can feel tougher than watching your team lose on a last-second field goal or getting your ass beat in the playoffs. But you don't want to guess. You want to know your value, and that's why I checked Edmunds. Their online car appraisal tool shows you how much your car is worth and even gives you an instant offer. It's free and took me about 2 minutes, super easy, and gives me real clarity on my next move even before I'm ready to sell. Edmunds has over 50 years of trusted car shopping advice and unbiased expertise, so you can buy or sell with confidence. Even if you're just curious, it's smart to keep tabs on your car's value. So selling your car, make sure you have the right play going. Go to edmunds.com/appraisal. That's EDMUNDS.com. Well, thank you, Edmunds, for sponsoring the show. Let's get to another wild playoff game this weekend with Bo Nix. Your guy, Bo Nix, always repping him on Monday. Skip, you've been doubting him all year long, but this kid, he dropped a 26-yard dime to Mims to bring the game to 29-27 with a minute left in the game. Bo threw for 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Unfortunately for the Broncos, we've all heard it's crazy news. He has fractured his ankle and will be out for the Lombardi push, which is really sad. I did pull up what Sean Payton had to say when he made that announcement, so let's watch that real quick.
On the second to last play in overtime, Bo fractured a bone in his right ankle. He's scheduled to have surgery Tuesday of this week, which will put him out for the rest of the season. Steady's ready to go. And it was the second to last play before he threw the pass to Mims. Birmingham is where he'll have the surgery with Dr. Waltrip, and I don't really think there's any other questions. In other words, this is what it is, and we felt like it'd be best to just tell everyone now.
Obviously devastating for you boys. So, Aqib, how are you feeling right now? What shot are you giving them without Bo Nix?
It was a great shot. I mean, this Sean Payton, man, and Sean always carry a capable backup. You know what I'm saying? He started off with Mark Brunell as his backup for a few years. Then he brought in Chase Daniels as Drew Brees' backup. Shit, Chase Daniels was probably the best quarterback I played against in college. He was a dog-ass quarterback every year I played him.
Missouri.
He was cooking in Missouri.
Cooking like a motherfucker, bro. After Chase Daniels, he brought in Teddy Bridgewater. Drew went down one time. Teddy had to come in. He went 5-0.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? So he always carried a capable backup, and he saw something in Stiddy because he paid him a 2-year, $13 million contract because he wanted him that bad. You know what I'm saying? Made sure he locked in a great backup. I went out there for camp. I got to see Stiddy versus the ones with my own eyes. And the day I went, he gave us work. I was watching it like, God damn, come on now, what we gonna do? Because Stiddy was giving us buckets.
What did you see? What's he do? What do you
Pocket
like?
passer, a fucking live arm. He can make every throw.
Yeah.
I saw a guy who know the offense, who know the system, quick decisions, and a live arm. I'm telling you, simple as that. So
It's going to be harder to game plan for them. They don't know what they're to expect.
And on top of all that, Kinsey, we still got the best defense in the league. We got the best defense in the league. So you always can stand on that. You know what I'm saying? We going to create turnovers. We got the turnover train rolling. We going to create turnovers, and that's how we going to win this game. I'm telling you.
I got a ton of confidence. I literally, me and Skip have been waiting for the Broncos to go down.
Of course.
They beat my Bills, and I was like, you know what? I'm jumping on the bandwagon. Let's go down.
Please
Then,
don't.
an hour
Please
later,
don't.
we hear Bo Nix goes down. But I do have prior experience with Jarrett Stidham. He was with the Raiders for 2 seasons, or I think 1 season, and he made 2 starts for us. And this kid does
what'd he do?
He balled out. I think in 2 starts, he put up like 630 passing yards. Torched the 49ers, #1 defense in the NFL. This kid has a live arm, he's accurate, and he's smart. And we missed out in Las Vegas because we wanted to sign him as a backup kind of going into the next season and to compete for the starting job. And Sean Payton came in with the big contract.
Give me that.
Inked him to a deal. Now Stidham's got 3 years. He knows the offense. This is no scrub. This is not you're getting some guy off the street. This was a masterclass by Sean Payton a few years ago to say, hey, this guy's going to be a great backup quarterback, and if he needs to step in, we got full confidence. But Stidham's a stud, man. He can move around, he can make some plays, and he is a pocket passer. He's accurate, he's smart. He's 3 years learning in Sean Payton's system. Sean Payton is going to draw up a great game plan for him.
He will.
We saw it at the beginning of the game with Bo against Buffalo. That thing was just hitting boom, 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 boom. What they got to do is they got to get the run game going. Those big boys up front, you got to lean on those big boys up front. They got a great offensive line. They got to get the run game going to help support Stiddy.
So you give us a small shot.
Or are you picking the Broncos to win?
No, he's not doing that. He's just giving us a small shot to win.
No, I got really good confidence for you guys heading into the game. Great defense. I like Stidham. I'm picking the Patriots just because they got their quarterback that's well put together. Yeah. And I think that defense is playing a lot better than they get credit for. Milton Williams in there is a beast. Chason is, we let him leave in Las Vegas, and it makes sense. He goes somewhere else and just ball out. So I think that Patriots defense is good enough for them to win. We just need Drake May to get back to that MVP form, and hopefully he can do it on the road.
You're a we now.
Okay. All of a sudden he put on the Patriots uniform.
The only we I have is the Bucks. I'm not a we. So, hey, you really
Richie just put on the Pats uniform.
Well, if I had 100% confidence in the Broncos before, which I did to win this after what we seen, it went down like an 85%. Like, people are forgetting, it's a National Football League. The quickest way to lose is to underestimate your opponent. You go into a game thinking, oh, they don't have this guy, this and this. There's a lot of elements to this game that people are not looking at. One, start with Stiddy. Stiddy has played well in all the games he's played in. And you know why? Because he's been at most of these places for multiple years. He's a smart guy, he can pick up the offense. The head coach, he mentioned Teddy Bridgewater and Chase Daniels. I got one better for you. Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill was a gadget guy. We used to game plan for Taysom Hill. He used to be H-back here. He might be a wide receiver. He might take a handoff and this and this. He started in New Orleans. Sean Payton coached Taysom Hill for 9 games. He went 7-2. He went 3-1 when Drew Brees was out. This is what Sean Payton has coached up. Okay, let's say, all right, well, yeah, but that was, all right, I got a better one for you, okay? I think most of us would agree because everybody's like, oh, quarterback. Most of us would agree in this room, Peyton Manning's a top 5 quarterback in history. I think we would agree on that, right? AFC Championship.
Top 5 in history?
Top 5 in history. Peyton Manning? Yes. AFC Championship, 2015, when they won the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning's numbers, 17 of 32, 176 yards and 2 touchdowns. He got to the Super Bowl and he went 13 of 23, 141 yards and no touchdown. And they won the Super Bowl. You know why? That's exactly what he just said. They have a complete team. They had a dominant defense and a whole team. This is a team game. I understand that he's at the most important position, but if you got a great head coach, which they have, a group that's going to rally around him and everybody elevates their game, this is the playoffs. You go from the regular season, you get in the playoffs, everybody's play has to elevate. So if one person go down, it's next man up. I say it all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it. The most important position in football is quarterback. The second most is backup quarterback. Sean Payton understood that, and that's why he went and got Stiddy. So I still got the Broncos winning this. Yeah, I still got the Broncos winning this.
Not still, because last week you had us losing
to Superman. Only.
Okay, yeah.
Only Josh Allen.
Gerald jumped on the bandwagon.
Our bandwagon is full now. Hey, we ain't got
whoa. I'm not a we, but we got to pick somebody to win, right?
Yeah.
You don't like Drake?
No.
They just beat the shit out the Texans.
No.
You looked at that defense.
You watched the same Drake May as me?
Vrabel, McDaniels?
You watched the same Drake May as me these last 2 games? Nah, we ain't doing that.
On everybody pick the Patriots.
No.
I know Skip got the Patriots.
I got the Broncos.
What shot we got, Skip? 0, right?
Yeah.
I got the Broncos, man.
Put money on it. Money.
Before I answer this question, I do want to say to Aqib that I was hard on Bo Nix all season long. Frantic, frenetic, Red Bull quarterback. Hard to watch, made me nervous for you, and yet he won me over Saturday. He outplayed Superman. He was Superman in this game. we're about to get to Superman or Blooper Man. That's what he was on Saturday.
This is wild to hear. I'm still in
Okay,
shock.
well, listen. Bo Nix balled out.
Yeah, he did.
He accepted the challenge and the pressure, and he rose above it. And it's hard to do against a really seasoned, experienced, savvy, crafty defense that can turn you over and make you look silly. And he never looked silly. I know he made one little careless mistake, but for the game, he was the reason that you prevailed in overtime. And he made 4 or 5 throws that are just big time, next level, top 5 quarterback throws. So I want to give you that. And I also want to give you this, that just as a football fan, it hurt me to see him get hurt when he got hurt.
Nah, for real.
He's a running quarterback who ran his ass off the whole year, running crazy, making plays. And then the game has been decided. It's virtually over. You're already in field goal range, and you run a running play, a keeper, a roll keeper, just to reposition yourself, see if you can get a few more yards. And that happened. It's like, that's just wrong to me. It's unfair. I don't like it as a fan because I wanted to see Bo Nix against Drake May. Let's tee it up. Let's go.
Oh, right, because we've been having that fight all year long.
Yeah, I don't love this. But now, to answer your question and your question, the odds makers are saying you're done. The betting public is saying you're really done.
Out of there.
Because they opened you up, the odds makers, as a 4.5-point dog at home, and immediately the betting public put so much money on New England that it went to 5.5. That's a quantum leap on the first day of betting. It just is.
5.5?
5.5 at home. You are, and they are saying that Bo Nix was playing at such a high level that he will be worth 5 to 7 points in this game. So it's going to be minus 5 to 7 points for your team.
The same guy that everybody is talking about all year long. He deleted his social media.
Yeah, that's true.
That
He
same
did.
guy.
No, it's a good point.
Same team.
That same guy. Now all of a sudden
right.
we're like, oh.
Same team.
Okay, but to all your points, I know Sean Payton, not McDermott, Sean Payton, and I do just revere him as a play caller and as a strategist, just a cook it up strategist. He knows how to do this at the highest level, and whatever Stiddy can do, he will get him to do. And he does have talent. I watched him, I don't know if you go back this far, but when he was a freshman at Baylor, he was big talent. He was a top recruit out of Stephenville, Texas. And he was a running quarterback in college. When he went to Auburn, he transferred to Auburn after they had their scandal at Baylor. And I watched him a lot at Auburn. He ran the football a lot, and he doesn't do that in pro football, and I don't know why. He timed 4.8 in the 40s. He's like 6'2 and a half, 220. 4.8's reasonably fast, where you got some wheels where you can get out and run. But he started 4 games, and I haven't seen him run all that much in pro football. But to your point, he's thrown 200 NFL passes, so that he's done this before. This is not going to be all that shockingly new. And he and Bo it sounds like they're best friends. I don't know, I'm not there, but they're really close friends, so that's going to help him because Bo's going to be his eyes and ears through this week to get him ready. And yeah, does it level the playing field? Sure it does. We're about to get to New England. I'm just not sure New England is a better football team than yours. You know, like I'm going to go into this in a minute, but I think New England's a little overrated given who they beat and didn't beat. And so just on that, does it make the game closer? Yes. Do I think you're still okay? Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and bless you. Right?
Bless our heart, man.
Yeah, bless your heart.
Bless your little heart.
Yeah. But you got a chance. It just would have been, hey, you would have been favored by 4 or 5 with Bo. Seriously.
With Bo, yeah.
I mean, that's
hell no.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, you would have.
Fuck no.
Sure.
Now everybody just
at
thinks
home,
Bo's Superman.
Especially with the way the Patriots have played the last couple of weeks, or the offense of the Patriots.
Yeah.
You guys would have definitely opened as favorites for sure.
Yeah.
It would have been like a 1.5, basically even.
Well, you were 1.5 over Buffalo at home. All right.
All right, so you're on with the
And-
Pats.
I'm going to save my prediction for Friday. But
Ooh.
I think you still have a good shot. I'm going to give you a good. I don't think it's a death blow, like the way Vegas thinks it's a death blow, because that's what they're saying. Like you're done.
Yeah, you're done. Well, I've been riding with the Broncos for a while. I had the Broncos-Rams in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I do think the Rams are going to win it all, but I think I'm still going to ride.
You originally had Broncos-Rams?
No, it's our latest picks.
The last 5 weeks it's been.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say the last 5 weeks.
I was going to say, if you had that originally, you were way ahead
I
of all
know,
of us.
way ahead of the curve. No, originally I had the Ravens, so little loss of credibility there. That was not
Better
the pick
luck
of the
next
year. But anyway, so Skip just said that Bo Nix out Superman.
Yep.
But let's actually talk about Superman, because Josh Allen, who I have immense respect for, he continuously put that team on his back, and he's an incredible man and player, and it was a lot of pressure, and I think it might have got to him because he did turn the ball over 4 times in this devastating overtime loss. Josh Allen was very emotional after the game, so let's take a listen to that.
It's extremely difficult. I feel like I let my teammates down tonight.
Leave, you always laugh when guys are crying. You always laugh at them.
Hey.
Well, you know who else was crying?
Say that shit for the house, man.
Pretty much all the Bills team, because also your buddy Deion Dawkins will be out on the show.
Cook was crying. I seen all their ass crying.
Yeah, let's watch Deion Dawkins, because for me, this is
My
devastating.
quarterback.
Simply, I hate to keep it short, but we love you. You know, we're thankful for him.
He said he feels like he let you guys down. How do you react when your quarterback who's done so much for you says that to you guys?
He let us down.
He let us down. Dog, stop, bro.
Thanks, Tina.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Stop
Wait,
laughing.
You feel we want to cry with him, huh, Richie?
No, it's emotional, man. It's emotional.
Hey,
There's more
are
in
you
Buffalo.
suggesting these are fake tears?
I ain't suggested shit. I suggested, hey, say that shit, man. Hey, man. Chin up, chest out, nigga.
Yeah.
Next game, next year.
Oh.
Better luck next year. Y'all should be used to it by now. Like, shit's happening every year. You feel me? Did they cry last year?
No, but I think like what Richie was saying in the beginning of this episode
is the first
was that
time-
the pressure has just been eating.
It ain't no pressure.
I
This is
told
the
y'all
first
all the
time-
pressure was on
I
Josh.
think this is what happened. This is the first time where they lost, and we walked when the game ended. We said, "Yeah, that was on Josh." Because every time they're losing, we like, Josh did enough. They didn't get a.
Yeah.
Josh did enough. They didn't get a. But this time, everybody looked like Superman or not. What he did do is show how good he is because he was able to bring them back. But when 4 turnovers,
5.
But is it on Josh or
I'm
was
talking
it?
about him.
Yeah.
Was it the
Just
Broncos'
him. He
defense?
had 4.
Because their defense, they
He
forced
had
the
4
second most turnovers in a game in playoff
He had
franchise
4
history.
turnovers himself. Listen.
But could be the Broncos' defense. So
Oh, it
Lee,
could be.
biggest reason the Broncos won.
Well, first of all, it's 2 reasons. First is because Bo just outdueled Superman. He flat out played better than him. He used his legs in crucial situations, and he pushed that ball downfield. He's 3 for 4, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? A couple PIs that he threw. It was wide open. Guy had the PI or it was going to be a catch. He simply outplayed Josh Allen in every aspect of the game, if you ask me. That was the reason number 1. Reason number 2 was damn sure our defense, bro. We could not stop that run at all, right? But if you can't stop that run, we better come out with 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
And we came out with 5 turnovers, crucial turnovers. And it wasn't just regular shit. It was crucial, timely turnovers that put points on the board or took points off the board, man. The Bills, they scored a touchdown. They held us to a 3 and out. They was going in to score again. Started that drive off, 26-yard run. Boop, Singleton, bam, forced fumble. We get that. We go get a motherfucking touchdown off of that.
On James Cook.
On
Yep.
James Cook. You know what I'm saying? Great play. After a great touchdown by Bo, right before the half, Josh Allen lost his mind. I don't know what he thought he had going. Forced fumble, we get a field goal off of that.
But it wasn't forced. It was unforced.
No, it was forced. Nick fell back. He was running. Nick came and slapped the shit out that elbow. He definitely
I think
forced
he
it.
just lost the handle, but go ahead.
But we can slow it down. We can put it on the big screen, whatever you want to do, Skip. Nick definitely forced forced that fumble with a max effort play. That's part of my speech and shit, Skip.
Yeah.
With a max effort fucking play.
Well, he definitely forced the next one.
It definitely forced the next one. Then the first drive of the second half, second play, Nick, boom, untouched, bam, field goal off of that one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The third quarter, we let them drive down, get a touchdown on us, right? They swinging the momentum. Both throw a pick. He throw a pick. They starting on their own 40. They finna go in and get points. Throw something down the seam. PJ Locke pick it right back off. Momentum swing. I swear that was probably one of the loudest times in the building.
Yeah,
at
That was a great play by him.
We ain't scoring no points off of that, but we took points off the board right there, and we got that momentum back on that turnover. And then in overtime, man, they stopped us first. They driving down, trying to get themselves in position to win the game. And bam, Quan McMillan with another max effort fucking play. Another turnover, man. So all those turnovers came at crucial times in the game. We got 3 points off of that. The game-winning field goal off of that one after a great Bo Nix drive. So we took points off the board with one of them. We put points on the board with the rest of them. 16 points off them turnovers, man. And that was the difference of the game.
Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix was clutch. They came out on fire. Sean Payton had a great plan for them. The turnovers, they take the ball away a million times, score 16 points off turnovers. I want to talk about how Buffalo lost this game. They come out, they're running the rock. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to get physical with this defense. They go down. They're getting ready to score their second touchdown, take a big lead. James Cook fumble in the deep red zone. That was a backbreaker.
He's been having some crucial fumbles.
Yeah, he's having some crucial fumbles, and that was like the backbreaker. That's like, as a Buffalo fan looking at them, you're looking to see the cracks in the foundation.
Remember, Josh had just run for 26 and trucked Hufanga on that play. Just ran him over.
I got one before that.
Yeah.
But so James Cook fumbles, and then now you're going into halftime. Denver puts a great drive together. They go down and score. All we got to do, I mean, there's a handful of seconds left.
15 to be exact.
We have no timeouts left, and Josh gives up that fumble, gifts them 3 points. So that's 10 points right before the half. Then they come out. Benito has the great move. They tried to chip him. Dion underset it a little bit. He gets the edge on him, slaps the ball out of Josh's hands. Now this is where Bills fans kind of feel in familiar territory, right? Now not only do they have all the momentum, they're making all the plays, now it's all on Josh. Now it's all on Superman. Now they've made a couple mistakes to put themselves in a bad situation. You make a couple more and you just get buried. But listen, me and Skip have been very critical of Bo all season. We've been critical because sometimes the offense goes missing in stretches. Sometimes he's not so consistent. But come that fourth quarter, man, he is surgical. And this game they got the Bills.
But why don't you give Caleb Williams that same respect? Because I feel like you guys respect Caleb Williams. It's that exact same.
You feel me?
Play style.
They act like every quarterback
3 quarters,
in the league
it's like very crumbly up and down.
They act like it's a team you get about 10 possessions a game. They act like it's a team who average 70, who score every time they get the ball. Like, it's not. Every offense disappears in stretches. You know what I'm saying? Do they show up in the fourth quarter? The Broncos showed up in the fourth quarter all year, but they don't fuck with it, though. But, Kinsey, we don't want them to fuck with it.
Yeah.
Stay on that side.
They show up in the fourth quarter, and my thing was you live by the fourth quarter theatrics, you die by the fourth quarter theatrics. And, hey, they pulled through. I jumped on the bandwagon, and then Bo Nix goes down.
And you jump right back off.
We
pushed you off. We seen him on the bandwagon. We pushed Richie.
I was calling up. I was on the tailgate. Keepers.
Get the fuck off this motherfucking bandwagon, boy. We don't want you here.
Good teams find ways to win. Bad teams find ways to lose. Even before that, y'all named all the turnovers and all the mistakes. I got one even before that. Opening drive, I think it was. Broncos fumble. Buffalo recovered. They couldn't keep the ball because somebody was lined up offside.
That is correct.
Oh, that's right. That was a huge play.
It was a huge.
You find ways
jumped
to
off.
lose.
Yeah,
that's
was huge.
Lined offside. The ball's right there.
He jumped.
We needed this.
I know.
Yeah.
We need to steal possessions.
Yep.
That you don't think that's crucial right there?
And then Lil Jordan dropped a touchdown pass.
He did.
That's
That
what I'm
was
saying.
crucial.
You
So,
I'm just saying, but that's a takeaway. Drop a touchdown pass, but a takeaway, they hard to come by, man. But they just found ways to lose. Josh Allen hit the receiver right in the hands. He just dropped it. He just dropped it. So
Which
I know
one?
all of Buffalo.
Which one?
When
He
they
was
Holding
going
anyway.
to the
That shit wasn't
sideline.
counting anyway.
Come on, he was going to the sideline.
It was holding anyway.
What's my man number 10?
Keon Coleman dropped it,
he
and it
did.
was holding on the play anyway. It wasn't counted
holding.
anyway.
It was holding.
So I mean, it's just they found ways to lose. But with everything I said, I just want to give some credit to Sean Payton's play calling at the end.
Yeah.
He got extremely smart. So at the end, you see they took 2 shots downfield because Sean Payton said, either we gonna make a play or they're gonna try and make a play. So this is gonna be a PI or we catching it. That's the only, and that's what he did. He said, I'm going at them and I'm gonna put them in bad spots. And both of those passes ended up being PIs. Because he said, you know what, we could do this, no, we taking shots, we putting pressure on them. That's great play calling and smart by the head coach. But Lieb said it, you can't turn the ball over that much and win, especially not against good teams. So, well.
All right, give me a minute here. I got to address voodoo luck first. Because you got the most voodoo luck of any human
Lieb's
I've ever
praying
sat
to those
across.
football
that
gods.
eyes,
He's
kid.
playing
You
to
got
the
voodoo
I just
luck
got
and you've
that
had
eyes,
it all
if I
year.
know
Your
good
team
team.
has voodoo luck. And I'm going to detail it twice for you because there are 2 key plays in this game that came down to straight-ass voodoo luck, and you've got it. The first play is the touchdown pass after Lil Jordan had dropped the first one. It's 10-all. And all of a sudden, Cam Lewis is playing safety in place of Jordan Poyer. And he's playing really well. He's made a couple of plays where he flashed for me. I said, Sean McDermott, that was a smart move. Cam Lewis, he can play. And all of a sudden, he cramps and goes out for one play. He came back and played the rest of the game, but he goes out for one play. And Darnell Savage, who they just picked up in December, has to come in as the 3rd string safety. And Sean Payton says, thank you. I got this.
We had that play drew up for the backup.
Okay.
When he came in, we got to run it right now.
We got this. And he calls it on Darnell Savage, who overplays it, overruns it, and Lil Jordan cuts back to the to the corner, and it's a touchdown. And it's an easy touchdown. And I'm like, give me a break. You know, Darnell Savage has no idea what he's doing. Now to the key play of the game for me, voodoo luck play. It's 55 seconds left, and nobody has made the point yet that the Bills were up by 4 with 55 seconds left. So you have to score a touchdown.
Gotta have it.
And I know you're sweating this one.
Nah.
You know, you're not on easy street.
Tre'Davious White would have got hit with the same shit. He went out with the backup coming in. He would have got hit too.
But here's the point. Tre'Davious White was the star of the game at Jacksonville and broke up the final pass by tipping it up that got intercepted by Cole Bishop. All right. Tre'Davious White misses one play in the whole game, and I don't know why. I've looked everywhere, and there's no explanation anywhere on the internet about this. Tre'Davious White goes out of the game for one play, and it forces into the game the 3rd string corner. Because remember, they drafted a corner.
Altitude, just on that boy neck. That altitude is tired.
What Sean do?
Maxwell Harrison. Okay, so they drafted him, and 2 weeks ago, he turned his ankle. So he's not available. Now it's down to Dane Jackson. On his 2nd stint with the Bills, he played 3 snaps the whole year. And all of a sudden, on the play of the game, 55 seconds left, you're up 4.
What Sean do to him, Skip? I like his storytelling. What he do, Skip?
He did this. He said, oh, God. Somebody's telling him in his ear, Dane Jackson is the game. Oh, thank you very much. And he goes deep with your fastest receiver, singled up. Marvin Mims is your fastest guy. And he smokes him.
Stutter go.
And it was a stutter go, a double move, and he cooked him, and he got him, and Dane Jackson hung in. He wasn't completely out of the play.
Oh, he was fucking completely out of the play.
No, he wasn't.
But continue.
Out. Okay.
He was 2 yards behind. That was
okay, but Bo made a sweet throw, because it's
a dot.
It's
Good
right
God.
there.
It was a great throw.
Okay, it was a great throw at a great moment in the game, in the play that you have. You're going to lose if you don't score a touchdown against that Buffalo defense, as beat up as they have been. They got a bunch of savvy playmakers who just know how to play football. It's going to be hard to score 7 there. I was feeling pretty good at that point. I don't think you can get it all the way to the end zone. And he gets it there in one fell swoop. And I look up, and Tre'Davious White has come back in the game. He's fine. He misses one play, and it's the season-turning play of the year for the Buffalo Bills.
See,
right?
Sean
That's
Payton.
voodoo-
That's Sean
that's voodoo
Payton.
luck.
Locked
Okay,
in.
voodoo
That's that
luck.
experience. Boom. A new safety come in the game.
All right.
We know if they call cover 2, right? If the quarterback roll, then the safeties roll. You don't expect him to roll and throw it all the way back over there. So when he rolled the corner, you can sit down. Both safeties roll. So
Okay.
that little baby safety come in, and he's just doing his job. He do a half a roll, so he start the roll, then he LeDroit undercut him. So that's a play drawing up.
Think about
exactly for a baby
Think about
safety.
what Dane Jackson's thinking about. The game is ticking down. It's getting close to over. You're in good position, and all of a sudden, wait, Tre'Davious is coming off the field. Oh. And the coach is saying, "Go!
I'm in, coach. I'm in.
What?
Well,
Me?
we got.
I got to do this. I got to do this.
I got man coverage, coach.
I got Marvin Mims. Oh,
Hey, as soon as he came in, Sean did the same thing. Bo just ran the ball, got a first down with his leg.
Yeah.
So it's first down. Boop. He seen that sub up top. They say, hey, Sean, we got a little baby in. Oh, run it right now. Pump. Whatever the call is, pump him. Double move him right now.
That's
go
what
up
they
top.
did.
Like that's Sean, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, I gave it to you.
It's that experience, man. He knows when to run. He could have run that play all game.
But what are the
Save
odds?
that bitch for this backup cornerback right when we need it.
What is Tre'Davious White doing? You whatever.
This is,
if it's
to
altitude,
your point,
Skip, that shit called altitude
To
sickness.
your
but
point,
you gotta
but
suck
Skip,
it up,
Sometimes
man.
you can't
Skip,
suck it. That's the problem.
Skip.
You need chapstick and water and Gatorade.
I'm gonna tell you,
Esophagus
Skip,
be all thick.
To your point, I learned something from Sap a long time ago. He said you got to play the game within the game.
Yeah.
You have to understand 2 minute, fourth quarter. If you the guy, you stay on the field.
Gotta stay on
so
the
you
field.
get your break at other times. So Sap used to say, okay, I'm coming out the game hot. Second quarter, I'm gonna be me. Third quarter is when you probably gonna see me at my.
Absolutely.
The fourth quarter,
No,
I'm
I
taking
got it.
off. So at
I
the
got
end of the
it.
game,
Exactly.
like
He wasn't tired.
play
He
your
left game. He
breaks.
hurt something. He left game for injury. He hurt something and went out for a play.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I
he went out for one
I
play.
seen him limp his ass off.
You can't do it. You cannot. You got to stay on the
He was
field.
hurt, Skip. So you wanted him with
His lungs
a
was
rolled
hurt.
ankle to guard Mims. It would have been even worse.
Okay, but he
lungs
played
was
the
hurt.
rest of the game. He played every play overtime, and then he got victimized by the 2 PIs at the end of the
He
game.
was roasted on that one
Okay.
too.
All right.
They got
Okay.
beat.
Why he
All right.
tackled him.
All right. Now, I got to say this about Superman. He was a huge disappointment in this game for me, and I have defended him and lauded him and hyped him the whole year because he has been that guy, and he is the reigning MVP. And in this game, especially, Superman was blooper man way too often, and here's why. There are 2 huge underthrows in this game by Josh Allen that I don't hear anybody talk about, but they're underthrows that were picked, and we'll get to the big play. But the first one is he's got Curtis Samuel gone on you. He's got a big step, and he underthrows it so far that P.J. Locke has a chance to undercut it and come all the way back and get back in the play and pick it. He picked the lock because the ball is so underthrown. If that ball's 5 yards deeper, it's a touchdown. Go look at it. Tell me Curtis Samuel isn't gone on you. And I don't know what Josh is doing, but he underthrew it. And then we're about to get to the Brandon Cooks, the controversial play. Nobody says anything, but it's a terrible underthrow where Brandon Cooks had to stop and come back for it. And then you say, did McMillan interfere with him? Well, you could make a case for it.
What?
But Brandon Cooks has to jump stop. He has to jump stop. He's gone. If you get that ball 3 yards farther, we're having a different conversation because it's a touchdown. And then I got these are 2 more huge plays by Josh Allen. There's the ball to Shakir late in regulation where he just dirt balls it on a little tunnel screen, and he's got him, and it one hops to Shakir, who then snatches it off the grass and goes, and I think he's going to score. He's at least going to get a first down, and Josh just dirt balls it. You can't. If the game's too big, the magnitude is, you can't miss that throw. And then finally, with this one is 5. It's late with the throw to Dawson Knox. He's at the 5-yard line with 5 seconds left, right? This is in regulation. He's at the 5-yard line, and I don't know whose fault it was, but somebody didn't take Dawson Knox. And Josh is in traffic in the pocket. There's traffic, so you can say it bothered him, but he airmails him by 10 yards. And I'm telling you, if Superman makes that throw, we could be having a complete different conversation. He might have scored. he definitely is going to get to the 3 or the 2 yard line before Surtain or somebody or Hufanga is going to knock him down.
Yeah, Coop was on his best one. That's that play the right tackle had Coop like this, holding the shit out of him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was that play.
One of
he
those,
felt Coop coming. He was getting the shit held out. No flag on that play neither. That was one of the holds that they didn't call in that.
All right.
On that play you talking about.
But these are Josh Allen specials where he's way better than that. He makes those throws.
Yeah.
And if you make those throws, I just gave you 4 throws that changed the game, not to mention the fact that you fumbled twice. And on the Benito strip sack, the one from behind, he's been doing it to everybody all year. This is just me. If you're Superman and you're that guy, you have to learn to protect the ball from your blind side, because you know at least once in the game he's going to beat somebody, beat Deion Dawkins and just come around you, and you just got to be ready to hold on to the football. And he spits it up. You can't. You're going to lose, and you did. Because you turned it over.
Blooper man.
Blooper man.
Okay, well, that's just too many bloopers for me, man.
Yeah, I do want to show the very controversial call this weekend, because in this clip, I'm put 2 together here, because this way we can see that Brandon Cook's catch was ruled an interception, but then the next day, the Devontae Adams same play was ruled a catch. So I have those.
See, that's where you mess up at, because all you show is the end of Devontae. You don't show Devontae catch the ball and take 3 steps. Like, he caught the ball, took 3 steps, and started getting tackled. He's now a runner going to the ground.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think these were good calls?
It was a great call, bro. He was not a runner. Brandon Cooks was not a runner. He jumped in the air and caught the ball. All right, so say he jump in the air, and they both go to the ground. I got the ball. We go to the ground, then boom, I just strip it out. You going to say that's a catch down right here? Is that a catch?
No.
Fuck no. He got to complete the catch. Even if Quan McMillan don't intercept the ball, if he just land on him and just break it up, they is not going to say that's a catch, right? There's no way they say, no, he caught that. Fuck no. So when you break it up, if the ball don't touch the ground and I get up with the ball, it's an interception. It's clear as day, bro. He barely had his right hand on the ball. Quan had 2 hands on the ball. So if we fall, boom, boom, and I get up with the ball, I completed the catch. So I don't know what all the discrepancy is.
I never.
You think it's great calls?
When I was watching the game, I was like, "What are they reviewing? It's a pick."
Like, it's clear as day.
When they came down the ball, nobody ever established control. So when they hit and the defender was on top of him, when he rolled up and he had the ball, I'm the one who established control. It's a pick.
Got it.
Bro, Brandon Cooks let the ball. As soon as he hit the ground, the ball was right here.
He landed on his shoulder.
He did the same shit in our Super Bowl 53. He caught it. McCoy came and hit his ass. He let the shit go. That's Brandon Cooks letting the ball go. A dog-ass receiver will hold on to the ball and win the game. And that's my guy. I love him to death.
Understand.
But he ain't do that. You feel me? He ain't do that. That's 2 times in big games. My dog B. Cooks ain't do that.
Okay, both guys saying it's a pick. What do you have?
It pains me to say that was an interception.
Okay.
That those were 2 drastically different plays.
Completely different.
Cook, it looked like he had possession of it and he went down, but then you see the one angle of it, he had the arm in there and he didn't complete the catch and he grabbed it. For Devontae, yes. Devontae's a runner. Devontae goes down. He has established the catch.
Exactly.
The one thing that I don't like about it is I don't like that they did not slow the game down and take a real hard look at it, right? They asked Carl Cheffers after the game, what went on with that play? What was the line of thinking? And he says, well, we're just trying to keep the game moving along because there was a game in the late window.
Yep.
And for the entire season to come down to that, and these fucking refs with their bullshit tipping the scale late in these games.
Bro.
I know. I'm not saying that the game came down to that. I'm just saying I would have liked them to slow that down, take a look at it, replay it, and then give us a decision.
But it was clear that he wasn't a runner.
What are they reviewing?
Right.
They both touched the ball. He fell. I came up with the ball.
His guy has one hand on the ball. He has the ball. He cradles it. He goes to the ground, and then the ball comes out. That happened live action right there. They called an interception.
He never
slow the game down and take a look at it.
Nobody had control of the ball. I went with the guy who had control.
Take a look at it because I feel Cooks could have had control of it first.
But as soon as he hit the ground, you can't. If we had a stopwatch, it'd say 0.1 seconds from when he hit the ground to the ball was out his hands. You ain't have no kind of possession Like, it ain't like he caught the ball, landed, and was sliding with the ball, and then he came and took it out of his hands. That shit didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
Quan had a hand on the ball.
So if this
they both went down.
If this happened to your guys' team, if this happened to Denver, and this happened to your guys' team,
I'll be on the receiver. Like,
I'll be like,
you wouldn't want them to slow it down and take a look. It was just so bang bang, and it was so fast, and the entire season.
I mean, I'm sure they did take a look.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
he called the whole time out. Like, he called the whole time out, bro.
I'm looking at it, and I'm like,
under 2 minutes. Everything's reviewed, bro. They looked at it real quick.
Rich, when I look at it, I'm like, dang, that was a great play. That's why they always tell DBs, man,
aggressive
finish the play. Finish the play.
But we have 3 picks, so you are saying it's a pick.
Yeah, it was a pick.
Skip, how you feeling? Was it a pick?
It rips my guts out to admit it was an interception. It just flat out was.
Unanimous vote.
Because Brandon Cooks did not complete the catch.
He did not at all.
And if McMillan had not been there, if it had just been a free ball to catch, I think he would have lost it when he hit the ground anyway.
Exactly.
He was holding.
It moved. So he hit the ground, boom, the ball moved like this.
Yeah, he's a little man, as you know. He plays big in some big games, but he doesn't do that. He doesn't play strong, and McMillan, at first, it looked like Brandon had it. And in real time, I thought, at my first glimpse, I thought he came down with the ball. In fact, I didn't even know McMillan had the ball for a split second. I thought he came down with the catch. But he clearly, he didn't complete the catch. And that's the rule. You have to complete the catch. Yeah. And guess who completed it? Your guy completed the catch.
I seen it live, and I didn't even think B. Cooks got as close as he got. I'm looking at McMillan. I see McMillan go up, get his hands on it, roll, and get up with the ball. Shit, the whole suite we was in, we started cheering, interception. And then you see the replay, like, oh, shit, Brandon Cooks damn near had that. We couldn't even see that. Maybe it was from where we were sitting at in the booth. We couldn't even see the almost catch. We clearly saw the interception.
So if Brandon Cooks hangs on to the football, what happens?
We lose.
Game over.
Thank you.
Game
all right.
Because all they need was a field goal.
So we got a unanimous vote on this one. I do want to look at one of the PI calls on Tre'Davious. Let's look at this one, because I need your opinion on this one, too.
Is this
all right, there we go.
Like, you tackled
I'm not
him, man.
saying what he's so upset about. It's
like, bro, what?
He was upset. He doesn't even turn around.
They show it from the other angle. Look, this angle right here. Look, PI, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
What is he doing?
Oh my God!
He pissed off because he got his ass
That's
roasted.
really what it is.
That's why he pissed off, because he was roasted.
He was mad because he got cooked.
He mad because he roasted and he lost the game for his team. So that's why he mad. Like, bro, that's clear as day, bro. A PI.
The first one, a couple plays before, was ticky-tack to me, but there was also roughing the passer on the same play. So
exactly.
It was
So either way, we was getting a chunk of yards. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then you could say, they could say, Brandon Cooks got Brandon Cooks slowed down, initiated contact with Riley Moss. He caught him like this and then started like, bro, if you slow down and initiate the contact, I'm gonna throw a flag. If anything, I can call offensive pass interference on B. Cooks on the Riley Moss one that they didn't call. Like, bro, like, man, they just reaching, man.
Are you guys unanimous on that one too? Then
yeah,
that's PI.
That's the clear as day PI.
That was clear PI. I'm with Skip. The one before.
Questionable.
I think you gotta let that go because you haven't been calling that all game. And then,
he grabbed his
especially
hand.
if
bro. So if I'm trying to catch a ball and I go to do like this and you holding one of my hands, that's not PI.
I know, but he let it go.
No, but even before he let it go, he grabbed his hand from all the way when they was running. He grabbed his hand and held his hand.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's considered hand fighting because of where he started it.
Come on, G. That's not close to hand fighting. That is called holding. You either give me a holding or you give me a PI. They keep showing the last little piece of it. But before he even got his hand right here, you had his hand for 5 yards like this, bro. You hold me for 5. He went to raise his hand up, and I can't even raise my hand. Like, bro, that's bro.
That one could go either way. I was okay with the call, but the only reason I say it's because they've kind of been letting them play all day. Like, there was a hold. The game really should have been over a long time ago. It was a hold in the end zone, should have been a safety.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? You letting stuff go. Those right there, that last one, like, it's like, all right, come on. This other would have
come on, man. That would have been another dot that he would have threw to Sutton. That was a perfect pass.
Bro,
Sutton's going to catch that easily.
But that's what I'm saying, that Sean Payton play caller. Like you said, he recognized these guys come in, but he's saying, I'm giving my guy a shot. Either they going to do that or it's going to be a PI. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, the boys are unanimous over here, for at least on that PI call and on the one before. So the fans, you guys got to quiet down on that. I know Twitter's going crazy that was unfair in there.
All Buffalo fans.
We got to move on to the Texan-Pats game because I told you guys when I picked the Pats that I was extremely worried about C.J. Stroud. And yesterday he threw 4 interceptions in the first half of that game. Yeah. So one being returned for a touchdown, and I don't care how good your defense is, you just cannot make up for that. So, Richie, was this more about how bad C.J. Stroud was or how good the Patriots are?
100% on C.J. Stroud.
Okay.
This is all on him. Not only did he turn the ball over, but he looked like a shell of himself in that first half. He turned the ball over. He was seeing ghosts, and he had a couple throws that weren't even close. And I don't care how good a defense you play, you cannot overcome 4 turnovers
He almost
in the first
broke his guy's leg throwing it behind him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and the crazy thing about it is they were still hanging around. It was still somewhat of a close ball game. It could have been 1 possession, 2 possession.
It was. Yeah.
What was it? 8 points that they were still down.
Well, then they got it to 21-16 in the third.
The end of the third one. 1 minute left in the third.
But I think, C.J. Stroud, I was a part of a game back in the day where Nathan Peterman came in and we played the Chargers. And I think he threw 5 in the first half. And that just deflates you. Like, you don't have a shot. You don't trust that guy back there. Now we're on the sideline talking about punt coverage because this guy keeps throwing picks. So I think, that was just deflating. In the playoffs, your flaws get exposed, and C.J. Stroud has been doing this for the last couple weeks, turning the ball over, being careless. And I'm kind of disappointed because this was a big step back for C.J. Stroud. They had it all set out in front of him. The defense is playing well. They make it to the divisional round, and he just gives it up.
And I think that it was the Patriots, man. They played a damn good game. C.J. Stroud did throw 4 picks, right? They ran 1 back for a touchdown. On the other 3 picks, they got 0 points off them motherfuckers. Yeah. So it hurt them, but it ain't hurt them that damn much. The difference of the game was the Patriots offense looking at that Texans defense, bro. They drove down 3 times and got buckets. No help from the defense. This is a straight punt, backed up, 35, drive down, get a bucket. I'm saying they got the best defense in the league, right, Skip?
Well, especially the first drive, they go 6 plays, 66 yards, and it's 7-0. And I'm like, what?
It's the best defense in the league, right? Yeah. Man, they got their ass drove down 3 times. Okay. Drake made them drove down, got buckets on them. You know what I'm saying? And then I told you that win streak gonna catch up to you when it catch up to you. They should have had their own 5 or 6 turnovers, right? But the ball just wasn't bouncing their way. So, hey, man, I think the Patriots, they got the lead. They ran the shit out the ball once they got the lead, and they went straight at the DBs. Like, this Stingley getting hit. Reed getting hit. Yeah. Bullock getting hit. Like, they guys. They going right at these guys and hitting their ass. So, man, that's the Patriots, man. That damn good football team playing some damn good football right now.
So you're taking the Patriots over Denver?
He's just trying to build it up.
He's still on the fence. He's not going to make.
I crank him up. I just crank him up a little bit.
Leave is more thought out than you think. Okay.
I think a big thing that went under the radar was 2 concussion protocols. Nico Collins not playing. Yeah. Christian Gonzalez being cleared.
That's true.
That was a big swing in momentum of what helped your team defensively, and CJ, man, he been doing this. It ain't looked this bad, but this is why I have an issue crowning people so early. His rookie year, CJ looked like it was rare that we had seen a guy have that type of pocket presence as a rookie. And then since year 2, we've been like we crown people so fast. We did the same thing with Jaden Daniels. It was like, oh man, he had to be. We don't allow people to, let's see who they are first. Prove you are who you are. All this stuff you list off when we first get here. Richie, 4-time Pro Bowler, been on winning teams. Leave, you know why he got so much swag? Because he showed I'm this, and then he kept showing it. He proved who he was. Skip, what number 1 show Skip ain't been on, including us? Number 1. Yeah,
number
one. Us too. This is what Skip do. You dominate social media. You stamp. You know why y'all are stamped? Is because y'all prove over and over and over and over again y'all are who y'all are. CJ did it once. And we just
he did it big, but he did it once.
He did it once. And we just crowned him like, he's supposed to.
He led the league in yards passing per game with 274. Top of the league.
That's what I'm saying.
That was one shot, one time.
He did it once. And then since then, we kind of been like,
yeah.
I mean, this is just, and before we skip, I told you, before we went into it, before I was like, oh, whoever win Pitt and Texas, I believe going to AFC Championship. But then we watched CJ, and I said, if them lights was bright, them lights ain't going to do nothing but get brighter and brighter as you go on throughout the playoffs. So going into this game, I didn't trust CJ. That's why I picked the Patriots. And
I didn't either.
Patriots, they capitalize. You still got to capitalize on it, but yeah, he just.
They really didn't, though. I mean, they got 1 touchdown off the turnovers.
Yeah.
7 points off however many turnovers he had.
I did trust CJ because I like CJ. I like what he's made of. And I admired D'Amico for sticking with him at halftime because you could have gone to Davis Mills because after the Bronco game, which Davis Mills sucked in, then he played pretty well in the next, 3 that he had?
Yeah.
4.
Was it 4?
I think he won 4 straight.
Okay, so he did that, and I would have given him a chance just to give it a new energy, just something.
Yeah, and needed it.
CJ just lost his way. I don't know. But then CJ settled down in the second half. He didn't do anything great, but he didn't do anything awful in the second. No more turnovers. The killer turnover was Woody Marks' turnover because it's 21-13 and they're driving. CJ just made a play with his legs, and it's 2nd and 8 at the 17, and he coughs it. And you just can't. You're going to lose because that's your 5th turnover, and it's too many. But on the other side of the ledger, Drake May, he's turning into a turnover machine. Because, man, every time I look up, he's spitting it out somewhere. He fumbled 4 times yesterday, and they were lucky that Daniil Hunter stripped him and he tried to pick. Did you ever try to pick up a fumble and miss it like you want to pick, scoop and score with it? And,
I left it to other people.
I'm diving
on it.
You got to dive on those.
I'm diving on that.
There's a certain technique to jumping on those, and you got to dive on them.
I'm diving on that, Skip.
And then Will Anderson had another one. He got one, but the other one, he went right over the football, and you just got to cradle it. You got to go fetal, and you just got to suck it in and
secure it.
Hold on, man. Because it's the football game. Is on the carpet. It's on the turf. It's for you. It's your ball if you want it.
We call that city and country, Skip.
Okay.
City is crowded, whatever. You get on it. Country, ain't nobody out there. That's where you try.
Okay. There you go. But man, Drake May had a long day and got away with it with 3 turnovers, and going 3 of 14 on 3rd down. They got away with it because CJ dug too deep a hole. And then to your point, I was impressed because they did. They went after the studs 3 different times and cooked them, smoked their ass. Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, that's impressive. So they did win the game, but man, CJ, it's just, I thought he could at least play a clean game, but this is a disaster.
And 75% of the chat said that C.J. Stroud lost that game for them. So, Gerald, do you think the Texans should be worried about C.J. Stroud long term, sending him?
Yeah, because we're starting to see a pattern, and when you lose it up here, we grade C.J. the way we do because we've seen it before. Sometimes we look at guys and we say, he just ain't got it. We know C.J. got it.
Yeah.
Where it's missing is up here. Whatever he got going up here is you can't, he don't even look confident. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look confident.
Yeah.
So you don't do nothing drastic. Because you got a guy right now. You still have one. But you hope for the best, but you're playing for the worst. If this continues, now you got to start, because he been shaky since his rookie year. And like I said, you have a Super Bowl caliber defense, and it just went to waste.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really went to waste because you still got him. You know what I'm saying? We talking about CJ like he's in year 6 or 7 or 8. Like this CJ 3rd year, and he 3-3 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of quarterbacks can't say that. You know what I'm saying? He get to the playoffs. The year y'all talking about he balled, he did all this. He was 1-1.
Yeah.
The next year he was 1-1. This year he was 1-1. All right, he had a rough ass 2 games with a whole lot of turnovers. Defense kind of stood up for him.
A rough season.
That's football. All right, a rough season. Yeah,
played good all season.
I mean, he ain't look good all season, but they won 11 straight games.
They did.
And they won a playoff game.
Yeah.
So he had to do something. You know what I'm saying? He did something. If they won 12 straight games and we won the playoff game, he don't get no credit for none of that. That's all defense, right? They won the game
Davis Mills
0.5
won 4 of
to
those.
0.
Yeah, 4 of
Davis
them.
Mills won 4 of those.
Davis Mills won 4. Who won the other 7? Who won the other 7 of these games? Was it not CJ?
He was that quarterback.
Bro, we talking about a year 3 guy who 3-3 in the playoffs. If we told you right when we drafted CJ, all right, look, his first year he gonna dominate. Then over the course of the next 3 years, he'll be 3-3 in the playoffs. You want him? You would say no? You would say no, Skip?
I want it. I told you.
You would say no? Well, I don't want no quarterback who's gonna be 3-3.
No, I want him.
Everybody will say hell yeah, and hopefully all them 3 wins come in 1 year and we got a bowl.
I mean, Lamar Jackson's 3-4 in the playoffs. He
Look,
also
man,
had a
but
rough
we crowning
year.
him, though.
We're not
He in
tearing
year
him down.
8. And he 3-4.
Really?
This man in year 3.
He had a rough year too this year.
This man in year 3, bro, and he 3-3 in the playoffs, and we gonna fire him.
Lamar and CJ. All right.
I'm not going to say I'm.
All right,
I'm
Cause
concerned.
y'all looking at the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm concerned about CJ just with the late season collapse and how things weren't looking good, and honestly how he looked like a shell of himself after a couple of those turnovers.
It's up here.
It's up here.
Yeah.
I think he lost it.
I think what you could do.
what
but listen, but stay with me. I think what you could do is you can upgrade that offensive line. They got to spend some money on that offensive line.
They were
gotta bring
down
in
2
some juice.
starters yesterday.
They're down 2 starters, and they're not very good to begin with.
They weren't.
They have these giant guys up front that can't move, can't get in front of people. When you have a tackle that's 6'8", 370 pounds, you have Titus Howard, who's an outside tackle. He's playing guard.
Yeah.
You got these big bodies, and they played better as the season went on. But they are one of the reasons why CJ has definitely taken a step back. They need to invest in some studs up front. I'm talking draft picks. I'm talking money in free agency.
All right.
Well, okay, you brought up a good point. Oh, go ahead.
Joe Burrow got sacked 10 times and still won the game. Like,
Joe Burrow Joe Burrow won in the playoffs this year.
Joe Burrow was hurt the whole season. We talk about the
And Joe Burrow had the worst defense in the league.
your O-line can be trash or you can still win.
You think
He got sacked 10 times and won the game.
Could you imagine Joe Burrow with the Texans defense?
But Joe Burrow's got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. We had Nico Collins
bro.
down.
Like, what we
Tank
talking
Dell
about?
had a monster year for him last year, and then he gets hurt.
You just said the
Nico missed
reason. You
8
just
games with a
said.
hamstring.
You just said the reason he's taking a step back is because of his O-line.
100%.
He's taking a step back because of his O-line. We understand the O-line is a key factor.
They can't run the ball and they can't protect
these decisions he's making, that's on the O-line.
Bro, you win games different type of ways, bro. Y'all just look at stats. Who gives a fuck about
No, I watch the games.
But who gives a fuck about stats, though?
I'm watching the games. I'm looking at his eyes. I'm looking at his demeanor.
Did you look
it's
at
not up
did
here.
You watch the 7 straight games that he won?
We agree.
Yes, I watched the game. Yes.
And
David Mills won 4 of them.
Mills won 4. He won 7. You ain't like those 7 or the 8 playoff games. You ain't like
when have you heard me praise C.J. Stroud? I've been saying I was worried about C.J. Stroud. I've been watching him.
So are you worried about Lamar too? No.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Did I not? Was I not on your side?
You worried about Lamar? You worried about Burrow? You worried about Mahomes?
Was I not on your side with Lamar?
You worried about Mahomes too, right?
No, because he won Super Bowls. That's not the same. Why would you bring up Mahomes?
Well,
He's been in 5 Super Bowls.
We going off your motto. He losing up here. Like what we talking about in the playoffs?
He losing up here with 5 Super Bowl trips and 3 wins? That's not the same. He has 3 Super Bowls. That's not the same stratosphere. It's completely different.
Gerald's very out on C.J. Stroud. Skip, how you feeling?
Okay, just remember, he also lost Dalton Schultz in the first quarter, and I'm not saying Dalton Schultz is great, but he knows how to play. He knows how to get open. He is the ultimate security blanket, and he didn't have any more security blanket. And again, you look at 274 yards passing that first year, give you that, led the league, and then it fell to 219 and then 217 this year. But going into these playoffs, the reason I liked the Texans was that CJ was 2-2 in the postseason with 4 touchdowns to 1 interception. That's why I'd be concerned, but I wouldn't be so desperate as I think I got to replace. There's no way. I mean, I'm going forward with CJ Stroud because he showed me.
That's what I said. I wouldn't replace it, but I would be on high alert.
I got 4 playoff games in which he threw 4 touchdowns to 1 pick with no lost fumbles. Well, that works. I'll take that because you can't find that. You can't go buy that at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know what he got off wrong at Pittsburgh. You guys always tell me it's a hard place to play in a night game, and then he got off wrong at Foxborough. What do you always tell me? It's a bitch, man. It's
very hard to play there.
It's hard to play. Okay, against a good defense and a not very good defense in Pittsburgh, but I wouldn't love it, but I just think he'll be. Give him Nico back, rebuild the offensive line. He was the second pick in the draft for a reason. Does anybody think he's a bust? Because I don't.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm very worried about him, in other words, what am I saying? Like, I don't get it. If I'm very worried about a guy, that means I'm about ready to replace his ass.
Yeah.
And looking at the playoffs this year,
that's not what very worried mean to y'all then, right? Very worried just mean what? Like,
The first thing I said is I wouldn't replace him.
yeah.
so how's I'm very worried about him?
Because I'm looking at his trajectory. It's getting worse and worse. It ain't getting better. It's getting better.
It's getting the same.
You watch
one and one in
CJ
the
Stroud,
playoffs.
it's getting
One
better.
and one in the playoffs. One and one in the playoffs.
You watch
He
CJ
right
Stroud,
here.
it's getting better.
I'm looking at his numbers. It's the fucking same.
You just said they should fire McDermott because they're getting worse and worse and worse.
No, I didn't.
His
I said they should fire McDermott
trajectory is getting worse.
I ain't say he getting worse. I
So
said he can't get over the hump. He's the same. I said he's very good. I said they're not looking for goodness. They're looking for greatness
so
to get
no
over
change.
the hump.
So you were here, and now you're here, and no change. And you looking at his trajectory.
McDermott been there 8
that
years.
don't bother you.
Let CJ go 1 and 1 in the playoffs for 8 years. Then I'd be like, all right, well, maybe CJ can't get us over the hump. But year 3, fuck no, I'm not worried about him, bro. He just now finna start getting into his prime. And like, he's still a little baby for real. Like, you a third-year quarterback, bro. You a little baby to me.
Got to support him. Got to bring in guys.
Like, come on, bro.
Defense is set. Got to support him on
I'm
offense.
I'm not very worried about CJ. Fuck no.
And we had a lot of turnovers in these playoffs. Caleb had 3 interceptions. You just said Drake May. It's like when they win the game, you kind of look over. You made a great point.
Are we worried about Superman?
Drake May turned the ball over 3 times yesterday,
And
but
guess
because
what?
he won,
Drake May's a little baby.
He's a
right?
baby.
Yeah.
And he's coming to Mile High. He's a little baby.
But what do you think, Skip? Are the Patriots
this?
as good as their 16-3 record? Because there's a lot of question marks with the fans right now. They're not sold on the Patriots.
So think of this.
Okay.
The Patriots beat one winning team this year, Buffalo. I give them that. But that was only one. The records of the teams they beat this year are 85 and 150. 85 and 150, way under 500. And now their path to the Super Bowl is going to be Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, Jarrett Stidham, and maybe Sam Darnold. That would be the easiest road to a Super Bowl championship in the history of the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm not sold because this is a different beast even without Bo. That's why you have a shot, is because they're being overrated. And you say, well, you just beat who you beat, but you don't talk about voodoo luck. They got the football gods on their side right now, right?
You talk about the quarterbacks they played. I look at the defense they played. Beat the Chargers defense. Is that a good defense?
Drake May is an MVP.
Solid. That's a good defense.
Still.
Then they beat the shit out the Texas defense. If they beat the Broncos,
wouldn't say
that's
they
the
beat the
Broncos
shit
defense.
out of it, but,
then if they beat Seattle, that's the Seattle defense. That's the opposite of you have the easiest quarterbacks and the hardest defenses in the NFL history. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just matters how you look at it.
It's a quarterback's game, and you get to play those guys? Really?
But defense
No Mahomes.
And you beat all those
no
guys?
Joe Burrow. No Lamar. No more Josh Allen.
No more
This
Josh
thing
Allen.
is wide open.
Well, I'm looking at it like defense win championships.
Yeah.
And you beat all those guys. I'm looking at it the opposite of you. So, man, I think they're a damn good football team. I don't give a fuck about no schedule. You beat who they put in front of you. Hey, they got a good run game. They got a good pass game. They got an MVP candidate. They got a Coach of the Year candidate.
Yeah.
They got a dog-ass crowd in a home city to play in. Man, they playing good-ass football, bro. They're a fucking great team.
Hey, but you said, wait, they beat the shit out of the Texans defense by going 3 of 14 on third down? That's not
on third down, because on first down, they went up top on Stingley. And then on second down, they threw an override on Bullock. So they didn't wait to third down to do it. They did they work on first and second down, Skip. And they did. Man, they beat the shit out the Texans defense, bro. If you go straight at they dogs and drive down the field and get 3 touchdowns, that's beating the shit out that defense.
Okay, but they beat the shit out of baby Drake May because he put the ball on the ground 4 times and threw it to them another time, right?
And baby Drake May went straight at that defense and got buckets. Who else did it? Who else went straight at that defense and got buckets this year?
Well, Aaron Rodgers did.
Bo did.
Bo, yeah.
Besides Bo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Bo.
mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take Bo out.
Texans were only giving up 17 points a game. Nobody's putting buckets.
And nobody go down and get in buckets like that. So he did fumble 2 times, 3 times, or whatever he did.
4.
But he also put together
4,
3
lost 2.
major touchdown drives. No field goal drives, touchdown drives on their ass.
Richie, obviously you're sold on the Pats because you picked them. So are they overrated?
I mean, if you watch them play in the last 2 playoff games, I mean, it's hard to say they're overrated because they play good team football. They have a good quarterback. They run the ball. They go up and down the field, and that defense is nasty.
They're balling on defense.
They're balling on defense. So it's like they're a really good, complete team, and they're in the AFC Championship. And they still have their starting quarterback. So I mean, that's where I'm riding with them.
Yeah.
I think they capitalizing on what's happening. You
taking advantage.
Play, you can only play who's in front of you, but like you look at Chargers O-line, it's like, all right, they down, cool, bet, thank you. CJ, you gonna keep tricking it off? Cool, bet, thank you. But that's why I say I don't have them beating the Broncos, because I feel like they're just a more complete team overall. And I trust Sean Payton and what he's gonna do in Denver. And Drake May just still kind of,
So you like Stidham better than Drake May?
No, I like the Broncos.
I'm just trying to get him off our back.
Yeah, he's like, please get off.
He doesn't even sound like he's fully on. Are you on?
I'm not
Pub
on
the
nothing.
Patriots up, man. They're fucking amazing team.
Listen, let me tell you something.
They're supposed to come into Denver and whoop our ass, right? They're going to come whoop our ass. We the underdogs. Hey, man, they're amazing.
Hey, let me clear this up for the world. I get paid to do a job. I got to pick a team. But I'm only going for the Bucks and Oklahoma Sooners. I don't care about none of y'all, if we're being honest. I get paid to do a job. I ain't on no bandwagon. I have to do my job. So I'm picking the Broncos because I believe they're going to win. Forget the bandwagon. If you're not the Bucks or OU, I don't care. How about that?
Broncos country. We don't want them on our bandwagon. Hey, get on this X account. Tell them we don't want them on our bandwagon.
I don't care if you want me.
Richie, Gerald, Skip, Cody. None of their ass.
Guess what?
Man.
Last I checked,
we don't want none of their ass on our bandwagon.
I tried to get off, but I got off.
I don't want to be on y'all's bandwagon, but last I checked, that direct deposit went through. So I'm doing my job.
Broncos, make them not
you don't
like
have to have me on your bandwagon. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say to me.
Get them off.
Checks are still coming through. How about that?
See Broncos country on. They're gonna be on this. They're gonna be on this X account.
All right, boys. The Lombardi is wide open. Everything's up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen, which just makes it really, really interesting. So we're going to be back here on this couch having more to talk about tomorrow. So we will see you there tomorrow. Woo woo.